And during the few moments that we
out of the
And
Mark
good evening,
Bumble.
everybody. Welcome to the Pro Baseball Experience, Season 21, postseason, Minor League World Series, and Major League Semifinals. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Lots of great matches in store for us, but first I want to introduce my co-host, as always, PBE Commissioner and former Vancouver Vandals teammate, Hummus God. How's it going, Hummus God?
It's going great. Got a nice little 25 viewers tonight. Nice and intimate to start the night, but just looking forward to finally, potentially getting over the hump. Not gonna jinx anything, no curses tonight. But just really pumped for my Swifties, obviously, and we did see an upset in the first round of the majors. So, will Boise continue their Cinderella run? Or will the heavily favored DVS, take care of business? And same thing with Cancun and New York, even though in the regular season they did have their battles between them. So should be 3 great series to witness tonight. And pumping up. Chat's pumped. I could see we got a new viewer with us. Shout out to Freehold Head.
Yeah, we got a couple of follows
us
as well. I missed those, unfortunately, but thank you for both of the people that did follow us at the beginning of the stream there.
Yeah, I did reject a $10 million bet. Just because I make 18 mil doesn't mean I have doesn't mean I have 10 mil to throw away like that. Throw around. Try to be responsible with my money. You gotta be a leader. So, made a business decision to not bet, but still gonna look forward to a fun night.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Shu.
The Meme Maestro, thank you for following. So basically, let's go over the format for tonight's matches. We do have a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 21 matches total tonight. So after speaking over with some of the GMs, we've decided that we're going to quick sim the first 2 games for both the majors and the minors. The majors start first here, so this is an actual off day here for the minor league. So game number 3, we're going to feature a single majors game for that one, probably the Boise Death Valley one. And then as we move further into the eliminations, we're going to selectively pick those with the priority for the minors specifically. Danko666, thank you for following as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with the quick sims. Let me make sure that before we get started, I do have turned off the sim in the background here. I do, and I have players set here correctly. That's correct as well. All right, so we're going to get started with the quick sim for our first game of the night, and that is the Boise Raptors, who beat the San Antonio Sloths in the first series, 3-1. What an upset that was, versus the Death Valley Scorpions. For Boise, Bill Bisquick 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA versus Ed Barker with 0.00 ERA since they did get the bye week. Here we go, game number 1, Boise and Death Valley. And Death Valley wins this one. Game number 1 with the score of 7-1 over Boise, 10 hits to 4. Looking at the batting lineup here, we've got 2 hits for Petra Sabor over on the Boise side. And for Death Valley, 2 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI for Lefebvre, and a run, 2 hits, and an RBI for Andrew Oram. Run, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs for LaFleur. On the pitching end for Boise, Bill Bisquick getting their first loss of the postseason, 1-1 now for them. Ed Barker getting their first win. Green, their first hold, and player of the game is Ed Barker. Ed Barker, 6.0 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, and 88 pitches total. So that is game number 1. And we'll go back over here and do game number 2 and let Hummus call this one.
Cancun wins 4-1, 12-8 on hits. Looks like, yeah, they spread those runs between the 4th and the 7th to get the win. So we'll go 3 for 4 for Ace Carter. 2 runs scored, 3 for 4 for Jase and Aribi. And yeah, 3 for 3 for Eric Rivers. Wow, for New York. So great games all around. Spin rate with the win. Steve Art with the loss. Spin rate's your player of the game. 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Only gave up a run. So nice win for Cancun. Both favorites taken away in game 1.
All right.
Now we're gonna watch game 1 of the Minor League World Series.
Actually, we're gonna quick sim the first 2 games of that one as well.
Right,
and before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and start the timer here for the end of game 1 for the majors. 90-second timer we have going, and this is to allow the majors teams a chance to be able to add in a player. And I already see something here from the Toros.
Oh, I do have visibility on that as well. It should probably help you out here.
All right, so Davey, if you can hear this, do you want to change for game number 2?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to. So you can, if you were late on your lineup card, you can only change it starting after game 1. Okay, so Davey says everything looks good.
And New York's responding as well, saying they are good. We have 40 seconds left on the timer.
Sweetness. Check out chat. Trying to be as close to as lit as Diesel is with the chat. I feel like their conversations are just always like top-notch elite conversations, and
right.
Just trying to get some of his energy tonight. Shout out to Diesel. I think he's with us. Yep. Yeah, so we're going through the first 2 games so we can lower the minimum amount of games and lower the maximum as well. Yeah, lower both the minimum and maximum games for the night so we can try to hit every elimination game without being here till 10 p.m.
All right, so the timer is up, and that means we're going to move on now to game number 1 of the Minor League World Series. Pull this down, and we'll advance a day. And here we go. Game number 1. 66ers versus the Swifties. Chank Daly, 1-0 for San Bernardino with a 3.00 ERA in the postseason versus Casey Tam, 0-0 with a 7.71 ERA. And drum roll, please. And the Swifties win game 1. Wow, close one here, 10-9 in extra innings.
Glad we didn't.
Let's see here.
Should have, yeah. Wow.
Danny B, the bottom of the 10th inning, facing Chloe McCarthy. hit a run-scoring single. It gave the Swifties a 10-9 win. So congratulations to the Swifties on game number 1 here. We'll take a look at the batting. Wow, 4 for 6 with 2 RBIs from Al Bunty over on the San Bernardino side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI for Bruce over for State College. 3 hits and an RBI from Danny B, including the winning single there. 2 runs, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and 2 walks for Brass Lemon. Wow, Lemon having a great game as well. San Bernardino pitching. Shu gets their first blown save in relief. McCarthy, the loss. And for State College, the win goes to Jader. Jader now 1-0 in the postseason. Bergamot Lemon is your player of the game. All right, and that finishes us off for game 1 for the minors. Now we go over here to the majors, and I'll let Umaskov grab this one here for the Raptors and the Scorpions.
Dub City said, "Stop the count." The Swifties are up. Scorpions win 5-4. That winning run came in the 7th. Never looked back. Got out hit 7-9. So 2 clutch win at homes for the Scorpions. Despite a great performance by JD Jax. Jax was 3 for 4. Balkan had a great game. So 2 for 3 for first name, last name, 1 ribby, still kicking person, man. After all these seasons, Kai will take the loss. Styles, no decision. Tristan, who actually won, outpicked the commission raffle, is your winner, and JD Jax is your player of the game. So first one was kind of easier than the second. Second one, snuck it out in the 7th. So that's what great teams do.
Absolutely, and that takes us now
Sneak out wins.
Game number 2 now, the Toros and the Voyagers. Joey Slothface for the Voyagers 0-1 with the 8.44 ERA versus Cancun's Nate Pearson 0-0 with the 0.00 ERA. And here we go, game 2, Voyagers and Toros. And the Voyagers tie the series up. The score of 13-5, 20 hits to 8. Wow, Voyagers taking it to Cancun today. Looking at the batting lineups, Rivers 4 for 6 with 2 runs scored. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for RJ Menard. 4 for 5 for Hilmer. And 3 hit games for Harrison and Nakia. Over on the Cancun side, 3 hits and a run scored for Carter. 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for DJ Steele, and 2 hits for Munson. Pitching for New York, Joey Slothface gets their first win in the postseason. Colvin Fairborn their first hold, and Cillian O'Sullivan their first save. On the other side for Cancun, Nate Pearson taking their first loss. Player of the game is Benjamin Hilmer. Hunter Harrison sets the New York Voyagers playoff game record for doubles with 3. So wow, 3 doubles in 1 game for Hunter Harrison, former Vandal. And that finishes us off for the majors. We now move to the minors. Oh, we already did the minors. All right, so that finishes us off for game number 2. We're going to come back over here and start the timer again. And look back over at the updates here. Voyagers for game 3. Swap Harrison and Hilmer. Swap Stevenson and Rivers in both lineups. All right, so let's take a look at that one here. Go over here and go to that. And New York Voyagers lineups. And the first one was Harrison and Hilmer. Let's see here. Hilmer and Harrison. There's a switch for versus right-handed pitchers. Switch for left-handed pitchers. And also we had Stevenson and Rivers. Stevenson and Rivers. Rivers is up here. There we go. And we'll come over here to left-handed pitchers and Rivers and Stevenson as well. So both of those are now fixed for New York. I have one here from the Toros as well. Okay, so I need to find. Okay, do you have that up perchance? Let me see if they. Yes. Oh, you do.
It's actually in the Toros.
I see it. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here.
So
all
we're
right.
Going to away.
So let me switch over here and move that to my other monitor and make this a little bigger here. And so they're going to away lineup now, and this is for both sides, I'm imagining. So we'll go ahead
for
and
lefty and righties.
Switch over here to Toros, and away we have Knox batting first. Salmons.
Batting second, yeah.
Fitted. Bauer fourth, he's still there. Tentacion is fifth, that's good. Carter sixth. Steele, and then Munson and Hotman. So that one is good for. Okay, so that was the left-handed. So that was lefties. Now we're on righties here. So
now we're on righties. Okay.
So Knox first. Salmons, Fitted. Bauer, Tentacion. After that is Carter. And then Steele and Munson and Hotman. So those are all good now. Let me go back over here to chat and check on the rest of these. And we have one here from the Swifties. Okay, before game 2, change You Need to Calm Down's player strategy to -4 hook for... Alright, so let's go over here and pull up Swifties. And strategy, player strategy. Let me sort this by names here. T. There it is. And so we had -4 hook versus starting pitchers. -4 hook. 5, and that's 4. Alright, and then switch Remy and Uni in rotation, so it looks like 3-man rotation, Remy, Casey Tam, Uni. Alright, we'll come back over here to pitching. Alright, so we have, we have Ratatouille first, Tam, and then You Need to Calm Down. Alright, so that is set now. Next starter, number 3, You Need to Calm Down. Alright, so that is good, and we have something here in general.
I thought they were just talking general stuff.
Okay. Alright, so that is it for the settings changes. We don't have any more. We're going to go ahead and...
Oh, yeah, you could do copy-paste lineups.
Yeah, I'll make sure to grab that next time. Alright, so we're going to stop the timer here, go back over, and go back to scores, and advance a day. And I believe this is a off day for majors. It is. And so we have game number 2 of the Swifties and the 66ers, and I'll let Hummus call this one.
And the Swifties get another win in a low-scoring affair. Got the winning run in the 5th. It was bottom of the 5th. It was Drozdov hit a solo shot against Kyle Bellinger Jr. against Max. So Drozdov against Max. What a game. Up 2-0. Where you want to be in the driver's seat now. 3 for 4 for Drozdov. Nice game. That's probably the best batter out of anybody. 1 ribby. And You Need to Calm Down with the win. Nice. Beeves. Leathershoe with the hold. Jader with the save. Bellinger Jr. with the loss. You Need to Calm Down is your player of the game. So you're not trying to get too excited, you know. Got to take care of business. Being up 2-0 doesn't really mean much in a 7-game series. So nice wins, though, for my Swifties. You know, definitely in a good spot here, undefeated in the postseason.
All right. And since we do have an off day, I'm going to not do the timer until the end of tomorrow's stream, since we have already made changes. Let's see here. The Scorpions might have something to fix here as well. So starting another timer. Chance for Scorpions and Toros to make changes if they need to. Person Man says they're good for the Scorpions. Bauer for the Toros. Anything from Bauer?
Davies typing. Bab said they're good for the Voy Boys.
All right. Toros.
Yeah, Davey wants to see stamina real quick, so that's probably
that was Toros, right?
Roster page, or yeah.
All right, so
Toros.
we'll take a look at that.
That's Cade Munson.
Toro's pitching, stamina.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Spin rate is at...
Who's the next starter in Caesars?
Oh, for VV Zielman. 100% rested for VV Zielman.
They probably want to see reliever stamina, just like to have like some kind of grasp. It's good to see it.
Amp Dupree at 27%. Shower handle at 67%. Pizza at 100%.
They're
Carsey
probably gonna see pizza this game.
at 73%.
All right, they said no changes. We're good.
No changes. All right, so
All right, let's do it.
let's go ahead and let me just stop the timer here real quick. Pull this back over, switch to this, and here we go. Game number 3. And I believe this one we're going to go ahead and do Boise versus the Scorpions. Boise at home here. First featured match of the night. We have Balquin, who's not had any games so far in the postseason, versus Brent Lumu, 0-1 with a 4.38 ERA. Looking at our lineups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for Scorpions, 2 ties, and 1 Boise Raptor, and Scorpions with the advantage in pitching as well. Let me just check one thing here real quick before we get started.
Yeah, they're saying it's a stopwatch, not a timer. I mean, you say tomato, I say tomato. So.
Right. Yeah, I guess the timer would count down rather than stopwatch going up. You're right.
Right.
All right, so let me just check one thing here. The player size is good. We still have this turned off. All right, here we go.
Yeah, BNN's off. We're good to go.
And Scorpions up first. Oh, let me go ahead and flip this on. There we go. Sim coming up to bat first for the Scorpions. Sim right to the shortstop, and they make the play. Out number 1. Lefebvre. Down the right field line. That's going to bounce up against the wall, and they're going to get at least 2 out of this. Are they going for 3? Yes, they are. And
wow,
no.
Lefebvre. Season 13.
And
MVP conversation, Lefebvre and Bauer.
Wow. And this one down the left field line, that's going to score a run, and just like that, Scorpions are up 1-0 from a RBI double from James Love. Pullman now. 1 on, still only 1 out. And that's a base hit. Runners at the corners. And now first name, last name. Oh, pass ball, fumble bumble.
Fumble
And
bumble.
that's gonna,
Of the night.
yeah, that's going to score a run, and now it is 2-0 Scorpions. This one drilled to the third baseman, throws across, makes the play. That's out number 2. Andrew Oram now. Through the gap on the right side. And runner's turning to come home in the throw. And he's safe. And it is now 3-0 Scorpions. And we're going to walk here from Springfield. And Brent Lumu is in trouble here already in just the first inning. Finally a strikeout. And that'll retire the side. We move now to the bottom of the first. Boise's up now. And Finn Reese. Finn Reese gets thrown out number 1. Here comes my player, Chris King. King striking out looking. 2 outs. McDavitt will take a walk, and that'll bring up Steve Iso. Iso, towering shot towards left center field. And that is out of here. 2-run blast. 450 feet.
Out of the park.
And the score is now 3-2. And we're going to get a fly out into foul territory right side. That'll retire the side. But Boise puts 2 on the board. We now move to the top of the second. 3-2. Bottom of the order here for Death Valley. And that's a line drive. What a sliding catch by the right fielder for Boise. And that'll bring up Sim, top of the order again for the Scorpions. Sim will take a walk. And now Lefebvre. This one hit the second baseman. They get out at first, but the runner does advance. Runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. And this could be a base hit. Yes, that drops in front of the right fielder. Runner comes home to score, and he's safe. And it is now 4-2 DBS.
Wow, this is This DBS offense is something different.
Right? This one hit to the first baseman, runs over, makes the tag at first, and that'll retire the side, but DBS gets another on the board. It is now 4-2. Boise trying to get something going here, and that's a leadoff strikeout from J Doctor, and now Petra Sabor. Petra will take a walk, and runner first now for Lonnie Anderson. Lonnie hits the third baseman, and they did not go for the double play. Runner gets to first. 2 outs now. And that is a fumble-bumble pass ball. Runner gets to second. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Is the runner going to turn? No. We have runners at the corners now. Top of the order for Boise. Finn Reese up. 2 on, 2 out. Finn Reese, line drive towards left field. And what a catch! What a diving catch by the left fielder. And that'll retire the side. DBS up by 2. Top of the order we go with Hummus.
Yeah, would it be possible to turn your game sound down a smidge? That's a pop-up, and that's a pop-out. And, ooh, we got a grounder. That's past the third baseman, Orem, with a single. So Orem having a game, having a series, hitting 625 in the series, and that's a strikeout for Lemieux on Springfield. So Cologne will come up.
I don't think I can turn that down until the end of the game. I think that's a main menu option.
You do hold escape and game options.
All right, let me take a look here.
Oh, I just turned down the stream though on my end, so maybe.
Well, you'll still, I'll be quiet too. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me try now. Say something.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
No, it's good. Yeah, I'm good now. We're good. I forgot I could control that. So that's a fly ball. Chris King will fly out. So Balkin having a nice game, only gave up that homer, and that's a grounder, and that's a ground out from McDavid, who's having a good playoffs. Steve Iso had that homer earlier, line out. So Balkin taking care of business. Scorpions bats. LaFleur, grounder, ground out. So Sim hitting 200 in the series will ground to the second baseman, ground out. So LaFave, who's a playoff legend, will get a base hit. That's a 2-out single for LaFave. And James Love having a game tonight, grounder, ground out. So we'll go back to Boise bats. Here we go. Jacks. That's deep in right field. That's opposite field. That's at the wall. That's extra bases. Going for 3. And gets there sliding head first. So leadoff triple, JD Jacks. So Jay Doctor.
Huh?
That's deep. That's in right field. It's a powerful hit. And that's gone. We got a tie game here. Game 3, first home game for Boise in this series.
Out of the park.
You know, lost a close one in game 2. Lost pretty big in game 1. So just looking to claw back in this series. Sabor, strikeout. So both pitchers in this game kind of selling a little bit here. Anderson. And that's a base hit. That's a single. Nice blooper in center. So Chisen Boone. That's a short grounder. They get 1 out and they get 2. The 1-6-3 double play. Don't see that very often. So Fullman, strikeout, first name, last name, still kicking after all these seasons. We keep talking about this. That's a base hit. That's a single. Probably putting that average above 400 in this series. Yep, 444. Orem, grounder. Oh, and the bobbled ball. Chris King bobbled it. So
Fumble
bumble.
bumble.
Springfield. That's a base hit. Runner's coming home from second. Runner's safe. So they take the lead here. Clutch hitting by Death Valley. Chris King will go out in the grass and make the grab for 2 outs. So runner on second and first. LaFleur, that's a base hit. Runner will come. And, runner will stay. Didn't want to test the arm of Connor McDavid. And that's a base hit with bases loaded. Juices based. 1 run scored already. And so that's 2 runs scored. 7-4 game now. Death Valley in dominant form. Ground out for LaFave.
Brent got pulled.
Yeah, Brent got pulled. Quick hook there. Finn Reese. That's a grounder. And that's a ground out. Chris King now hitting 250 in the playoffs. That's a slow roller. It's a ground out. McDavid, the 3-hitter. In the 7-4 ball game, strikeout. Balkin settled in. Top of the 6th now. James Love. Strikeout. Mac Arian in relief. Fulman. Strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 6th. First name. And 3 up, 3 down for Mac Arian. So Boise bats. Steve Iso had that bomb earlier. Will ground to the shortstop and ground out. So JD Jacks down 3 and down 2 in this series. Oh, that's a walk. Ball 4 on a 3-1 count. Doctor had that bomb as well. That's a fly ball. But the shortstop's out there in the grass. Saber. Oh, that's a pass ball. Fumble bumble.
Fumble bumble.
So runner in scoring position for Saber. And that's a base hit. Will the runner come home from second? And they do. And they're safe. And so that's, wow, an RBI single for Saber. Moves to second, though, easily. Oh, and that's a passed ball.
Fumble bumble.
And that's another fumble bubble. So 2-out rally. And that's a pop up and out. So a 1 run came across for Boise. Still down two in this game and in this series. Orem now. Strikeout. Andrew Lucas in Springfield. That's a fly ball. It's a high one, though. Shortstop made the grab. Iso went out in the grass. Cologne with the ground out. So 3 up, 3 down for Andrew Lucas. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th. That was the 7th inning stretch, as we know in baseball, between the top and the bottom of the 7th. And that's a strikeout. Shane Green in relief. Finn Reese, powerful hit, base hit. So a 1-out single for Finn Reese. Chris King hitting 241. That's a pop-up. Shortstop there in time. So C-Mac. Ooh, and attempted stolen base, and they're safe. Finn Reese, strikeout. So go top of the 8th.
And here we go. DBS up, and that's hit right to Chris King, and out number 1. Top of the order now for the Scorpions. This is Sim. Thrown out from the catcher, out number 2, and now Lefebvre. And that'll be a walk. 1 on, 2 out. For Love, James Love. It's the third baseman. Makes the play at second, and that'll retire the side. Here we go, bottom of the 8th. 6 outs remaining for Boise. Need to get 2.
Strike 3.
And a check swing strikeout here from Steve Iso. JD Jacks now. JD Jacks striking out. And Shane Green getting it done. And that's going to drop behind the shortstop in the outfield for a base hit. Jay Doctor out, and now Petra Sabor striking out, leaving one stranded. Last opportunity coming up here for Boise. Can DBS pad their lead, though? And Ian Fulman will get on with the leadoff walk. And Fulman going to second, and I think they got him. They did. Fulman tried to get the steal, and that's a strikeout from first name, last name. And now Andrew Orem, 2 outs. Orem, line drive to first baseman, bobbles the ball, and isn't able to make the play in time. And that is a fumble bumble. And we'll get a walk here. Now 2 on, 2 out. And here we go. Cologne striking out. And last chance now for Boise. 8, 9, and 1 hitters up. Strikeout from Lonnie Anderson. Chisenboon striking out. Finn Reese, last chance, 2 outs. Finn Reese, line drive, right field, way up there. And that is gone. Finn Reese with a solo blast. 417 feet. And that'll make it a little bit closer now. The score is 7-6. Chris King. And fumble bumble. Chris going to second. And Chris getting on second. Scoring position. Winning run at the plate.
Strike 3.
And that's a strikeout. And just like that, the Scorpions are now 3-0 over the Boise Raptors with a score of 7-6, 11 hits to 9, 3 errors total in this one, 2 by the Raptors. Looking at Death Valley's batting, several multi-hit games here. We'll go with Lefebvre, Love, and Andrew Orem. And we also have 2 RBIs each from Sim and Love. Over on the Boise side, Finn Reese, 2 hits and an RBI. 2 RBIs for Iso, It's 2 RBIs for J Doctor. Pitching for Death Valley, Balquin getting their first win of the season, of the postseason, I should say. Green, their second hold, and Leung, their first save. And for Boise, Brent Lobo taking their second loss. Player of the game is J Doctor. All right, so that puts Death Valley 1 away from moving on to the World Series. And now we're going to do game number 2 here, and this is the Toros and the Voyagers. And I believe this one
game
is...
3?
Oh, excuse me, game number 3. And I believe they're both tied here, 1 each. Yep, series is tied.
Yeah.
We have Vivi Zielman, 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA versus Choate, 1-0 with a 0.63 ERA for the Voyagers. You want to grab this one?
Oh, yeah. And Cancun wins 9-6 on the road. That graph fluttered a little bit. It went up and down throughout the game. Ultimately, though, Fitted, wow, what a game. 2 for 5 with a bomb and a double. Scored 2, drove in 3. Your best batter for Cancun. 3 for 4 for Speedy Gonzalez with 2 ribbies. 2 ribbies for Hunter Harrison as well. 2 ribbies for Tentacion and Carter. So overall, a lot of hitting. Both teams. Choate picks up the loss after throwing a no-hitter last time out. If that, yeah, unless he came out after that. Let's see. Carsey with the win. Dupree with the save. Handle with the hold. Fitted, though, as we mentioned, the homer and the double. 3 ribbies is your player of the game.
All right, and that finishes us off for today. I believe this was an off day for the minors. It was. So we're going to go ahead and pull back up our stopwatch here. And 90 seconds.
Accuracy.
90 seconds for the teams to make some changes. And it looks like Swifties here. Before game 3, make sure Remy Ratatouille is set to the next starter. So we'll go ahead and check that for the Swifties.
Oh, man, I'm kind of glad it's not like kind of a convoluted, detailed one like the last one. No.
Yep, and you are good, Beebs. Ratatouille is set now, your number 1 pitcher. Excellent. All right, we have something here from the Voyagers. Can you see starting pitcher stamina? Absolutely.
And Toro said they look good as well, so don't worry about them.
All right, so let's go down here to Voyagers. Take a look at pitching. We'll start off with Sievert. Sievert is at 69%. Joey Slothface is 29%, and Choate is 0%. So it looks like Sievert is your best one there, big unit Babs.
We doing a live sim for Swifty 66ers now for game 3?
We sure are.
Nice. That's why we had to turn off BNN, because it's the same sim day, isn't it? Or is it the next sim day?
It's the next sim day. But just in case, we did miss something, we wouldn't be shocked by seeing a quick sim that we didn't want. All right,
right,
so let's
just
see.
safer at this point. Only 3 series total.
Just to leave it off, yeah.
Right.
All right, can they see? All right, so Person Man wants to take a look at the stamina for their starting pitchers. We'll be happy to do that for them. Starting off with Ed Barker. Ed Barker is at 58% and is slated to be the next starter. Styles is at 28%, and Balquin is at 0%. Oh, I see. So you're right. Hold on just a second. Let me take a look at that here. All right, so we'll go ahead and sim 4 today and go back into Scorpion's pitching staff. And now Barker is at 100% rested. Styles is at 60%, and Balquin is at 0%. Cool, I think that is everybody. I don't see any more messages here in the Discord chat, so we're going to go ahead and stop the stopwatch. And move this back over. And alright, so we did majors games so far, and now we're going to go move on to the minors. And this is game number 3, and Swifties right now leading 2-0. Swifties pitching Remy Ratatouille, no stats at all. Max Miller 1-1 with a 3.55 ERA. So here we go. And looking at our lineups here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6-3. Batting wise, advantage 66ers, and the 66ers had the advantage in pitching as well. So off we go. Danny B is going to be our first batter up. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Danny B's on with a single to start us off. Danny B going for second, and the throw. It looks like they got him. He was not in time. He was running kind of slow there. And that is a pickoff, and that's a base hit. Drostoff getting on first. Danny would have been on third here, maybe scoring. Haka now.
Oh, would have scored for sure.
Haka base hit, and they're going for 2. And he's safe. Runners at the corners. Dinkle now. Dinkle striking out. 2 outs, 2 on. McCollum through the gap in center. That's going to score 1. Runner going to third is the row, and he looks like he's safe. Yes, runners at the corner still. Alomar striking out, leaving 2 stranded, but Swifties get 1 on the board. Bottom of the first we go. 66ers now up. Riverboat. Riverboat strikes out looking, and now Randy Myth, former Dynamo. Line drive to third baseman, throws all the way across and just barely makes the play in time. Al Bunty. Al Bunty will take a walk here. 1 on, 2 out for Theeks. Theeks through the gap in center, and that'll drop. Runner going to third. No throw directly to third base, and now we have runners at the corners for Lane. Lane past the shortstop, and just like that, San Bernardino ties it up 1-1. RBI single from Lane. And now Gerald Lim. Lim will take a walk, and now we have bases juiced. Bruce, second baseman, gets the play, and that'll retire the side, leaving the runner stranded. They needed that to get out of that inning, and now we move on to the bottom of the second. Excuse me, the top of the second. Swifties now. This one a tapper. The catcher runs out, grabs that one, and throws for out number 1. Bargamo Lemon, and Lemon, that'll be out number 2. And now Preston. Preston striking out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. San Bernardino up now. This could drop for a base hit. It does. And Rodriguez getting on, and now Gonzalez. 1 on, no out. Oh, Rodriguez going for 2, and he's going to get it. Runner in scoring position now. This one hit the second baseman, goes to first, but the runner does advance. Runner at third now. 1 out. And the runner's going to score, and they get the infield single as well. 2-1 now, San Bernardino. And a strikeout from Randy Myth, and now Al Bunty. 1 on, 2 out. Al Bunty will take a walk. Now we have 2 on for Theeks. Theeks. Infield tapper, and he beats out the throw from the second baseman. Base is juiced again. And strikeout, another strikeout, leaving 3 runners stranded, both in the top and the bottom of the second inning. And we now move to the top of the third, 2-1 San Bernardino.
Here we go. Swifties bats top of the order, and that's a grounder. It's a ground out. Not to distract a little bit. That's a strikeout, Max Miller, but you may not have a president-elect, but you do have a commissioner. Oh, and that's a walk. Sorry, I had to get my joke off. Dinkle, strikeout.
Oh.
So Max Miller, Eminem, coming through clutch. Lim with the strikeout. Both pitchers dominating. Bruce, Juice Bruce, grounder. Ground out, Swifties defense, and pitching, stepping up. Strikeout. So we go back, State College bats. Here we go. Down 2-1. That's a grounder. It's a ground out. Benito Alomar, who's here with us tonight. And that's a base hit. And that's a single. Lazaro is also with us. That's a grounder. Oh. And they step on the bag. That's a double play. So We go back to San Bernardino. They're trying to get their first win in the series. That's a strikeout, though, for Gonzalez. Riverboat, who was with us as well. And that's a fly out. Myth, the number 2 hitter. And that's a base hit, 2-out single. So Al Bunty.
Pitching change.
Oh, it's a pitching change. Grisselman in now. Fly ball, and it's a fly out. Spreading, looks like spreading the pitching around. I could see that. Lemon's coming up, though. For the Swifties, that's a grounder. Ground out. So Swifties down 2-1. Up 2 in the series, though. Strikeout. You know, it's like I said, you know, you got to keep your head straight. Can't get too ahead of yourself. And that's 3 up, 3 down. So 66ers, that's a strikeout for Theeks. So Lane will come up. And that's a grounder. Hit sharp. First baseman, though, steps on the bag for the second out. Lim, and that's a base hit in center. So Bruce will come up, the 7 hitter. Oh, and that's a grounder. First baseman, though, steps on the bag. So Swifties looking to, you know, claw back in this game. Only down a run, though. Exciting Miners night. And that's a grounder. That's a ground out. You know what they say? People say. They say Miners night always delivers and not failing us as well. And that's back-to-back outs. Haka grounded out. So Dinkle. Strikeout. Max Miller, Eminem. Absolutely pitching a gem here. And Rodriguez will get a leadoff single. Getting that average up in the playoffs. Nice work. Gonzalez. Oh, and that's a stolen base attempt in there easily. Rodriguez got the Jets, and that's a strikeout. So Linus Riverboat. Oh, and they'll go for the second stolen base. The throw out. The gun out. Nice throw by McCullum. So a 2-out walk for Riverboat. And that's a fly ball for Myth. It's a fly out. So top of the 7th, Swifties bats.
Pitching change.
Pitching change as well. Zitch is in for the 66ers. That's a ground out. Alomar. And that's a fly out and right. So Lazaro, can you do it with 2 outs? There you go. Oh! The sliding grab.
What a catch.
Wow. What a catch in center for Danny Gonzalez. What a play. Saving their team potentially here. Wow. And Lemon makes the catch. Bunty gets the out there, and then Theeks strikes out. So Lane, that's in left field, and that's a 2-out single. It's obvious it's in the pole. I'm trying to put the series count in all the polls. Oh, and that's in right field. A 2-out single moves the runner to third, looking to add to their lead. Bruce, excuse me. Oh, that's in right field. Right fielder's there, though. 66ers up 2-1. We'll go top of the 8th here in game 3.
Game 3, number 8 batter Lemon is up for State College. We get another pitching change here from San Bernardino. And that's an infield flyout. Ryan Chu in now for the 66ers. And this one's down the left field line. And that'll be a base hit. Preston on now. Top of the order, Danny B. 1 on, 1 out. Danny B to the shortstop. And didn't throw back to first. Runner stays on first, but they did get the out at second. Going for the steal. And he's safe. Danny B with their 5th stolen base of the postseason. This one past the shortstop. This could score one. Runner coming home in the throw. And he's safe. And San Bernardino ties it up in the top of the 8th now. 2-2.
State College.
Excuse me, State College. Yeah, Haka now. Haka towards right field. Haka, and that is gone. A 384-foot blast.
Out of the park.
The Swifties now up 4-2.
Out of the park.
We're getting boos from the crowd here. That one, first baseman to the pitcher. That'll retire the side. And here we go. 6 outs remaining for San Bernardino. Down by 2. Line drive to the second baseman, out number 1. And this looks like a fly out to the second baseman, out number 2. Top of the order now. Riverboat. Line drive right to the first baseman. Renzor makes the tag. 1-2-3 inning. And now last chance for San Bernardino coming up, but Swifties have another chance to pad their lead. Out number 1 for McCollum striking out. Pitching change. Chloe McCarthy coming in. And Chloe throws a strikeout, and Hernandez Jr. Hernandez Jr. line drive right to the right fielder. What a hit. Had some power behind that one, but that retires the side. And here we go. 3 more outs remaining for San Bernardino. Pitching change here. Rodriguez Jr., Esteban Rodriguez Jr. coming in for the Swifties. This one hit to the second baseman, and that is out number 1. 2 chances remaining. Strikeout looking from Albunte, and now Theeks. Comes down to Theeks. Theeks, line drive to the first baseman. Makes the tag at first, and that'll retire the side. And the Swifties now come to within 1 game of winning the Minor League World Series with the score of 4-2 over the 66ers. 10 hits to 8. Looking at State College's batting, we have 2 runs and 2 hits from Drozdov, 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Haka Haka, and over on the San Bernardino side, 2 hits from Theeks, 2 hits and an RBI from Lane, 2 hits from Lynn, and 2 hits from Rodriguez. Pitching for State College, Ratatouille, no decision. Rodriguez Jr. gets their first win. San Bernardino, no decision for Miller. Zeich gets their first hold, and Shu their first loss and second blown save of the postseason. Player of the game is Manaoka Haka Haka. And that'll finish it off for the Miners. Now we have 2 more games here.
Last time the Swifties were in the World Series, fun fact, was season 13, my rookie season in the minors. That's where I got second reliever of the year in the league. We went into the series the number 1 seed, home field advantage. Dillos, I feel like Dillos plus the Sim Gods robbed us of a World Series. So, I mean, the series is not over, as I was mentioning in the chat, but it is nice to see my alma mater, taking care of business here, up 3-0.
Absolutely. All right, well, that takes us now to our first Majors game. This is game number 4, and this will be the Scorpions versus the Raptors. Scorpions already up 3-0 over the Raptors. Possible elimination game here. Ed Barker, 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA versus Bill Bisquick, a 1-1, 4.97 ERA. Now, question is with this being 3-0, should we feature this game as well, even though we haven't featured a Voyagers-Toros game yet? Or should we quick send this one?
So it's 3-0 Death Valley, so we have to watch that because it's an elimination game. We haven't seen Cancun,
we can do both.
New York yet, have we?
Nope.
Yeah, we have.
We've only done 2 games so far. If we get in about 7 or 8, that should take us at about 2.5 hours to 3 hours or so. So, we could do this one, not a problem. And we're gonna let's go ahead and do the Toros Voyagers first, since we haven't seen that yet. Toros leading 2-1 over the Voyagers. Striker spin rate 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA for Cancun versus Reginald Sievart 0-1 with a 3.18.
Wait, I think we got a tag in. Did you check the?
Let me go back over and take a look here.
The GM channel.
I would say watch both games. GM server, excuse me. Yeah, can we see ours again? Oh, okay, sure, no problem. We didn't advance today when we looked at the Voyagers' stamina, so I will be happy to take a look at that here for you, beginner Babs. Sievart is your starter, and they are at 100% rested. Joey Slothface is at 61% rested, and Choate is at 0% rested. So I'm taking it you want to go with Sievart. And as we wait on that, let me look over here at Swifties. Swifties before Game 4. In fact, while I'm looking at that now, let's go ahead and take care of that right now so that I don't forget later on. For Game 4, we're actually going to have to advance a game. Okay, yeah, we'll advance a game first. Tag me again, Beebs, when this is over for today's sim, so that I know for sure to check that for you. Looks good, thanks. Okay, so Voyagers are good, and so we're going to go ahead and go back to the game here, and that is Toros Voyagers, and here we go. All right, and looking at the lineups here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Cancun, 5 for the Voyagers in batting. So Voyagers with the slight advantage here batting, but pitching-wise, striker spin rate. 70 versus 76 versus 73 for Reginald Seabart. So 2 pretty good pitchers here coming up for this game. And off we go. Knox starting first. And Knox will get struck out for out number 1. And that'll bring up Tilapia Salmons. Tilapia with the base hit down the right side. And that's through the gap for base hit. Out, one on for Michael Fitted. And they do not get the double play, but they did get the runner out at second. Fitted at first now for Anthony Bauer. Anthony having a great season, and Fitted getting the stolen base. Bauer with the runner in scoring position now. Hits to the shortstop. Make the play at first. Side retired, 1 stranded. We move now to the bottom of the first. Voyager's up. Line drive to the shortstop. Makes the play out number 1. And now Menard coming up. Menard, and that goes over the second baseman's head, and that will drop in the outfield for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out for Speedy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, first baseman, goes back to second for the shortstop, and they make the play. So what is that, a 2-6-2 double play? Should be 3-6-2. No, 3-6-3. Excuse me, 3-6-3. This one is a tapper to the third baseman. That's a fumble bumble there. And runner get on first with an error. This is a line drive to the first baseman, and they get the out at second. And that is a 3-6. The first baseman was on the bag. What a towering fly ball there. That is caught by the left fielder, and that'll retire the side. Bottom of the second now, still 0-0. Leadoff strikeout here. Out number 1. Line drive down the left field side, and this could be 2 here. Runner going to second, and yes, Harrison getting on second base. Hunter Harrison, who had the 3 doubles earlier in the series. And a strikeout here from Rivers, and that'll bring up Benjamin Hilmer. Hilmer is striking out, and that'll retire the side. Here we go, top of the third.
Sorry, it's too much chat. That's a strikeout. We're talking about weather and stuff. Hotman, ground out. Knox will come up. Oh, past the third baseman. So 2 out, single. Oh, 2 out double.
Wow.
Wow. 2-bagger, 2 out double. Wow. That was an incredible double, and that's a ground out. But the slow roller was able to allow Knox to reach second there. That was really cool. Bottom of the third, though, Grand Foreskin. Grounder, ground out. Nakia, strikeout. Stevenson, leadoff hitter, now with 2 outs. In a tie game, 0-0. Oh, it's a 2-out walk. So RJ Menard having a nice playoffs, hitting .333. That's a grounder and a ground out. So we'll go top of the fourth. Cancun tie game pitcher's duel. We love to see it. And that's in right field. And that's a base hit, leadoff single for Michael Fitted. Playoff Fitted, as they say. Bauer.
Oh.
Bauer saved. Found some jets under his feet and made it. So 2 runners, base runners for Tentacion, and that's a fly ball. And that's a fly out. So Ace Carter, the hot hitter. Look at that average. Oh, stolen base. Michael Fitted, playoff Fitted. And he's in safely. So runners on first and third for Ace Carter. And bases juiced, juices based. So steal, fly ball. Can they bring the runner across with the tag up? And the throw from center, and not in time. A nice slide by Fitted, so 2 outs. Munson with the strikeout is with us tonight, having an insane playoff. So Gonzalez, and that's a base hit.
What the heck?
We got one of these awkward OTP.
And they got him out.
They got him out, yeah. So it was supposed to be a typical ground ball to second that got all flubbed up. in the animation. That's a ground out for Crunkleton. Everyone's laughing. Yeah, glad we could provide some comedy on semifinal / Minors World Series night. And that's three outs. Cancun up 1-0. Probably will get clipped. Probably will have to see that again. A strikeout. Oh, that's deep in right field. Oppo Taco. Oh, and Stevenson makes the catch at the wall. Did he hit the wall? Is he okay?
Yeah.
I guess injuries are off, but that's a ground out. Wow, if injuries were on, we may not have seen Stevenson the rest of this series. Wow. That was a crazy catch. Oh, and that's deep in right field. It's a high fly ball for Rivers. That's a fly out. It's already in the chat, by the way, if you want to see that crazy clip. And that's a ground out, the one where the slow trot / ground out in center field. And Graham Foreskin with 2 outs. And that's a fly out. So we'll go back to Cancun. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-1 in the series. And that's a grounder. That's a ground out. Seavart having a nice game, all things considered. Just getting out-dueled slightly. And that's a pop out for Bauer. Tentacion. And the shortstop makes the grab. So pitcher's duel still going. Bottom of the 6th, though. New York down a run. Oh, and that's a base hit. Nakia going for 2 bags. Ooh, probably not. Oh, the relay throw didn't come in at all. The cutoff man kept the ball. So leadoff double. And that's a base hit for Stevenson. Gap, who made that crazy catch in right. Brings home their only run of the game. Beautiful at-bat for Joshua Stevenson. Voyagers tie the game 1-1. And that's a pop-up. Someone's got to get their shortstop. Pushes the second baseman out of the way for the grab. Gonzalez, base hit, shortstop. The ground out. So Crunk hitting 233, looking to get that average up. Strikeout. So spin rate. Gave up a run. Tie game now, top of the 7th. Ace Carter strikeout. Both pitchers absolutely dealing. And that's a 1-out walk for Steele, the veteran, Munson. And that's a base hit. It drops in shallow left. So 2 base runners, 1 in scoring position for Tanner Hotman.
Pitching change?
Tanner Hotman. Oh, pitching change. Graves is in, and that's a fielder's choice out. So runners on 1st and 3rd. That's in right field, grabbed by Stevenson. So we'll go bottom of the 7th, still a tie game after all that action. No runs came across Voyagers. Strikeout for Harrison. Rivers. A walk. Striker spin rate still in the game. Having an amazing playoffs, but they got pulled. Dupree comes in with 1 out. They probably didn't like these couple at-bats. So runners on 1st and 2nd. Was that too early in the pull? We'll see. And that's deep. But the center fielder's trotting out for the grab. Will the runner go? The runner does. So runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 outs for Nakia. And that's a strikeout. Amp Dupree coming in relief.
C-Share 10, thank you for the follow.
Nice. So top of the 8th, LBG take over. Legally Blind Gamer.
And here we go. Cancun, Tilapia Salmons. Down the left field line, bounces up against the corner there. This could be 2. Yes, he's going to 2nd, sliding in. Leadoff double here, and now Michael Fitted. Runner in scoring position. Oh, fumble bumble. Pass ball.
Wow.
Fumble bumble.
And that's going to send the runner to 3rd. Towering fly ball. The runner should be tagging here. There he goes on the throw. And he slides face first into the home plate and makes the play. 2-1 now. And that'll be a walk for Anthony Bauer and now Tentacion. Another fumble bumble there. Pass ball.
Fumble bumble.
Runner moving to 2nd. Anthony Bauer now in scoring position. Tentacion, that'll be a base hit. This could score Anthony here. Going to 3rd, and he decides to stay. Runners at the corners. Hot hitter Carter now. Carter, towering shot, left field. Goodbye. 3-run blast. And that puts the score up now 5-1.
Wow.
Out of the park.
Here we go.
417 feet. Cancun taking the lead here late. Pitching change. And another shot towards left field. And back-to-back. Back-to-back, 385 feet.
Steele.
Out of the park.
And Steele getting it done. 6-1 now.
on the league podcast. Excuse me.
And that one is hit to the second baseman for an out. This one right to third baseman throws all the way across for out number 3, but the damage is done. Cancun with the 5-run rally in the top of the 8th. We now move to the bottom, 6 outs remaining. Voyagers need to get something going here. And this is hit right to the center fielder for out number 1. Strikeout here for R.J. Menard, and now Speedy Gonzalez, 2 outs. Speedy to the second baseman, makes the play, 1-2-3 inning. Last chance coming up here for the Voyagers. Cancun, though, with the chance to add even more runs. And this is a towering fly ball. Doesn't have the distance, though, and that's going to be a flyout for out number 1 on the right side. And a walk here from Tilapia Salmons will bring up Michael Fitted, 1 on, 1 out. Fitted striking out, and now Anthony Bauer. Anthony is probably going to end up being our MVP this season. We'll have to see. But stellar season, broke the RBI record last week. And runner coming home, and that is an RBI single from Tentacion. Scores now 7-1. Hot hitter Carter now. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Carter, past the shortstop, and that's going to make it 8-1. Runner going to third. Runners at the corners again, 8-1, and here comes DJ Steele. Pitching change again for the Voyagers. And shortstop goes into the outfield, makes the play, leaves 2 runners stranded, but they get 2 more on the board, 7 runs in the last 2 innings. And the score is now 8-1. They need 7 runs here. Leadoff strikeout from Crunkleton, and that'll bring up Hunter Harrison. Harrison, towering shot, right field, going to the wall, and that is gone. Hunter Harrison getting a single-run blast here. Makes it now 8-2. 6 more to go. Still keeping the pitcher in are the Toros. Second baseman gets that one, and now 2 outs. Benjamin Hilmer, last chance. Benjamin, second baseman, makes the play. And the Cancun Toros win the game here. The score of 8-2. Let's take a look at our stats here for the game. Wow, look at that graph. Just going up there on the 8th inning and not going anywhere from that point. 11 hits to 6. Cancun batting 2 runs, 2 hits for Tilapia Salmons the second. 2 runs for Anthony Bauer, 2 hits for Tentacion. Carter getting 2 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 RBIs from DJ Steele. Over on the New York side, a run, 2 hits, and an RBI from Hunter Harrison. Moving down for the pitching, striker spin rate, no decision. Amp Dupree getting their first win of the postseason. And for New York, Sevart, no decision. And Graves taking the loss. 1-1 now on the season for Graves. Player of the game is Ace Carter. So that finishes us out for the first featured game for the evening on this sim day. And now we're going to move on to game number 2. Wow. So
we do have an elimination game. DVS up 3-0. People are begging in the chat to let Dom Drozdov pitch game 4 of the minor league World Series, but I happen to be the commissioner, and I'm not that cool. Keep the chat energy up, though.
Absolutely.
It's going pretty nuts.
All right, so we're going to take a look at our matchups here for this game. Boise needing to get a win here to stay in contention. Looking at the batting, Chris King and Steve Iso are the only 2 advantages here for Boise in batting. 2 ties and 5 for the Scorpions. But Boise now with the advantage in pitching with Bill Bisquick versus Ed Barker. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup, and here we go. Sim is going to go up first for the Scorpions.
Season 13, Bill Bisquick.
And Sim with the leadoff walk. LaFave now. And Sim going for the stolen base, and they get it. Runner in scoring position. This one's drilled towards center field. High towering fly ball. That is outnumber. Oh, and they make it. Wow, Sim getting greedy, going to third, and he was thrown out. What a throw by the center fielder, McDavitt.
Is that an 8-4 double play?
Yeah. No, 8-5.
No, 8-5.
8-5.
Excuse me. Wow.
And here we go. Boise up now. Chris King striking out. Finn Reese Finn Reese will take the walk. 1 on, 1 out for Connor McDavitt, who made that great play just earlier. And we're going to get a 5-4-3 double play here, and that'll retire the side. Top of the second we go. Ian Pullman. Pullman, second baseman, throws him out number 1. First name, last name. Towering shot towards left field. And that is a fly out for out number 2. And now Andrew Oram. AU Gold. AU Gold gets one to the gap on the left side, and that's going to be a base hit with 2 outs. Smitty Springfield now. Springfield towards the left field fence, and that is gone. And that is a 2-run blast. 446 feet from Smitty Springfield, and DBS is now up 2-0. This one hit towards center field, and Connor McDavitt's there, makes a play, and that'll retire the side, but DBS gets 2 on the board. Middle of the lineup now for the Raptors, JD Jacks. Jacks towards the gap in left center, and that is way over here near the rock formation. That is a single run shot, 461 feet. What a shot.
Out of the park.
JD Jacks putting the Boise Raptors back in this game. This one's a tapper towards the first baseman. Makes a play out number 1. Line drive to the third baseman. Throws across out number 2. And now J Doctor with 2 outs. J Doctor striking out. And we now move to the top of the third for Hummuscott. DBS up by 1.
Here we go. The floor up. Oh, that's deep. That's a hard hit. Oh, that's at the wall. That'll drop for base hit. So runner LaFleur is going to third. A leadoff triple.
Wow.
Wow.
Pitching change. Oh, nope.
Pitching change. No, Bill Biswick's still in. So that's an RBI base hit for Sim. Going for 2 bags and RBI double.
Wow.
And so Scorpions up 3-1, up 3-0 in the series. Oh, and the nice grab by McDavid. And they're safe though. The runner tags up, so 1 out. Infield pop up for Love. And that's a pop out. So Fullman strikes out. So DBS up 3-1 now, up 3-0 in the series. Grounder and a ground out for Steve Iso. Chisenboon, another ground out. And that's a high fly ball in right field. That's barely over the wall. 393 feet, so a 2-out. Wow, a 2-out bomb for Chris
Out of the
King
park.
here in the semifinals. Trying to keep hope alive here, down 3-0 in the series. And that's a fly ball, and right fielder's there. So they get a run across off the Chris King bomb. We'll go top of the 4th here. DBS up big in this series. First name, last name, grounder. Ground out. Oram. That's deep in left field. That's a hard hit ball. That's a home run.
Out of the park.
1 feet. The score is 4-2. Oram having an insane playoffs in this 3-0 series. I guess, first series of the playoffs for them. That's a walk. So Cologne. And McDavid's there. So 2 outs for LaFleur. Cologne not having a good series, and that's a strikeout. Bisquick gave up another run, so it's 4-2. And now McDavid up. And that's a line out in center. And that's a fly ball for JD Jacks. It's a fly out. So 2 outs. Anderson, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Ed Barker dealing now. We'll go top of the 5th. Sim, Lefebvre, Love. Ooh, Sim held up on the check. So that's a walk. Lefebvre now hitting 462 in the series. Sim, easy stolen base. Got there standing up. Lefebvre. And that's a fly ball in center to fly out. Sim definitely looking to run. And they're safe. Wow. And that's a strikeout for Bisquick on Love. Love coming back down to earth. Oh, that's deep in right field. That's gone for Fullman.
Out of
Getting
the
that average
park.
up in the series out of .077. So first homer of the series is a big one to go up 6-2. Wow.
Pitching change.
Pitching change comes for Boise. Walter White in now. Oh, that's a bobbled ball. Chris King made the stop though.
Fumble
And
bumble.
that's another runner comes across. So 2 outs, top of the 5th. The Walter White get out of this jam. Springfield, and that's a shallow fly ball. And so DBS, that's a 3rd out, and they're up big here, 6-2. And that's a grounder for Saber, and that's a ground out. So J Doctor out. So Steve Iso with a fly ball at the warning track, and that's a fly out. So top of the 6th, DBS looking to add to this 4-run lead. And that's a base hit for Cologne, getting that average up. LaFleur will come up now. And another base runner now. So Sim, strikeout. LaFave, another hot hitter. 2 hot hitters in a row here. And that's a pop-up. Second baseman pushes the pitcher out of the way. Chris King making the grab. Love, strikeout. So Boise still down 6-2. DBS up big all the way around. And that's a ground out for Kaizen Boone. Chris King hit that solo shot. Strikeout. Ed Barker dealing. Legend. Strikeout for Finn Reese. So Wombat in control here. Top of the 7th. Fullman. And that's a ground out. First name, last name. Having a great series. That's a strikeout. So Orem having a ridiculous series. Draws the walk. So 2 outs for Springfield. And that's a line out. So bottom of the 7th, Boise down 4. Got to do something here to try to make the series interesting. And that's a base hit for McDavitt. So Jacks will come up. Both having good series at the plate. Grounder. They get the out. They get the second out. 6-4-3, classic double play. So Anderson, the ground out. So top of the 8th. Can Boise come back, or is DVS going to walk away with a sweep here in the semis?
And here we go. Scorpions coming up. Cologne. Cologne will take the walk. And now LaFleur. LaFleur takes the walk as well. 2 on now, no outs. Ricky Kwan Jr., thank you for the follow.
Nice.
And this is going to be a fly out in the infield, out number 1. And now LaFave, and now we have bases juiced. 3 on, 1 out. Another pitching change for the Raptors. And that'll walk in a run. And Camden Good in trouble here. 1 on. Or 1 out, 3 on. And another walk home. And that'll make the score 8-2. This is a tapper to Chris King. And they did not get the double play. Run scores. Runners at the corners now. 2 outs. Scorpions trying to add some more here. This one's towards right field, and that is caught. That'll leave 2 runners stranded, but DBS gets 3 more and is now 9-2. 6 outs remaining for the Raptors here. Petra, J Doctor, and Steve Iso. And we get a pitching change finally. Brass Lemon coming in. And that's a tapper down the right field line, and that's going to be a double. Petra getting a double there. Runner in scoring position, and this looks like a fly out to left field, and J Doctor hits out, and that'll bring up Steve Iso. Iso, right to the shortstop. Runner does not advance. 2 out, 1 on, and this one's to the second baseman. Dozar makes the play, leaves the runner stranded. One last chance here coming up for Boise. DBS up by 7. Bottom third of their lineup, and a leadoff walk here for Smitty Springfield. Cologne, and that's to the gap in center. Runners at first and second. And again, Raptors digging a hole here. Finally a strikeout from LaFleur. Top of the order now for Sim. And this will be a fly out to left field. Runner does not tag. 2 outs, 2 on. Lefebvre, hot hitter. Lefebvre. And that is caught by the left fielder. And that retires the side. Last chance here for Boise, top of the order. King, Finn Reese, and McDavitt. Chris King. Chris King, a tapper to the pitcher. Dozar makes the play out number 1. Finn Reese. Finn Reese. And this will be a fly out to center field. Last chance here for the Raptors.
The clock strike midnight for the Cinderella story.
McDavitt towards the gap in right center. But that is going to be caught, and that is going to do it. Death Valley wins the semifinals and advances to the World Series, sweeping the Raptors 4-0. Taking a look here at our stats, 9-2, 9 hits to 4. Death Valley batting. We had 3 RBIs from Fullman, 2 runs, 2 hits, and an RBI from Andrew Oram, 2 RBIs from Smitty Springfield, 2 hits from Cologne, and 2 runs from LaFleur. Over on the Boise side, only single hit games, though we did have the home run from J.D. Jacks to finally get Boise on the board there at the beginning of the game. Further on down in the pitching side, Death Valley, Ed Barker gets the win. Ed Barker 2-0 now in the postseason, 7.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 90 pitches. Over for Boise, Bill Bisquick getting their second loss. Player of the game is Ed Barker. So congratulations to the Death Valley Scorpions, Persiman and Troutner, making a great game here, being able to sweep and move right into the World Series. So congratulations, Death Valley. And that is it for the majors. And we've already done the minors as well. So now we're down to just 1 major series, 1 minor series. We're going to go ahead and advance a day in case anybody needs to check anything here. We do have a minors game, and we do have a majors game still. So I'm going to go ahead and start the stopwatch. Move this over, and we're going to take a look here at the remaining teams, see if they have anything. Set Graves. Alright, so we've got some changes here from the Voyagers. We're going to go ahead and fix that. And let's see here. Graves is middle, use more often, closer. Middle, use more often, closer. We'll move them down to there. And then also Washington to middle, use less often. Washington to middle, use less often. And there we go. Also need to see Slothface stamina. Not a problem. Let's take a look at that. Slothface is at 100% rested. We'll take a look at the other pictures here for you just to be sure. Chode is at 28%. Seavart is at 0%. Give O'Sullivan secondary of high leverage. Alright, we can fix that. High leverage, there you go. Set Slothface to 120 pitch count.
Out of the park.
And there you go. No problem, Big Unit Babs. Now let's move over here to some of these other teams. We have the Toros up next. Can we see the strategy settings after this game? Absolutely. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and pull up the Toros and take a look at their strategy. Let's see if there's any changes here for any of the... No, they all look the same for all times. So I'll just leave that up there a minute there for you, DJ Steele and Davey.
So we got game 4 of the Minor League World Series next for the live stream?
Actually, yeah, I think we will do both because it's 3-1 as well for the Toros.
Yeah, so we're on elimination games only to finish out the night.
Now, when you say player settings, Davey, do you mean the player strategy? And which player do you want to see? Spin rate and Pearson, not a problem. So we'll go ahead and take a look at spin rate first. Spin rate looks like they're +3 on hook as starter. Any changes you want to do to that one? Okay, and then we'll take a look at Pearson next. And Pearson looks like they are set to +3 hook starting pitcher as well. Sure, no problem. No problem. All right, so looks like the Toros are good. Now we have some info from the Swifties. Oh, so you're good, Beebs? Everything good for the Swifties? Game 4 up 3-0? No, everything's not good. Okay, what would you like me to change? Okay, so let's go ahead and check on the fatigue here. We'll go to pitching. You need to calm down is at 58%, slightly tired. And let me just take a look here at TAM as well, since TAM is up at 100%. Okay, let's see here. Check Uni's fatigue, and if it's above 50, then switch Remy and Uni in rotation and set Uni as next starter. Uni is that next starter. And Uni, TAM... Uni should start.
Next turn.
Uni starting. Okay, Uni should start this game. Not a problem. We'll fix that here real quick.
Yeah, it says TAM, but you can change that.
All right, and let's see here. Next start. All right, so is that good now, Beebs? Anything else? Oh, so you want this here, and then you want that there.
Yeah, Uni number 1. Okay. Let's see what he says. Okay, he said, yep.
Okay.
He said, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. All right, so it
Toros
looks like...
has a message.
Oh,
wait, did you check the Toros?
Let me go back over here.
From
and
4 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Check spin rate.
Yeah, we checked spin rate and Pearson already.
All right, dope.
All right, so we are all good on all of our settings, and now we can move back over and... Now, since it is a minor-centric stream and the Swifties are up 3-0, we are going to do the Swifties first. Oh, I got another thing here from the Swifties. Let's take a look. All right, and let me go ahead and stop the stopwatch. And move this back over. Pull this up there. There we go. And off we go, Swifties. Up 3-0 over the 66ers. You need to calm down. 2-0, 2.40 ERA for the Swifties versus Chink Daly. 1-0 with the 7.00 ERA. State College leads the series 3-0. Pulling up the lineups here. We've got 3 for the Swifties, 6 for the 66ers batting wise, but the Swifties lead in the advantage with You Need to Calm Down. 41 overall versus 39 overall for Chink Daly. So a couple of pretty even pitchers here. And let me just pull this back up one more time, make sure I did not miss anything. Nope, all the chats have been cleared out. And off we go. Danny B up again. Starting us off. Swifties, possible sweep chance here. Not been in the World Series for 8 seasons. And that's going to be a leadoff walk here from Danny B. Strikeout from Drozdov. Hit right to the shortstop. Did they get the runner at... Did they? Yeah, no, they didn't. They got the runner first. First baseman grabs that one, runs over, makes a play, retires the side, leaves one stranded. And 66ers coming up now. Riverboat first. Riverboat towering shot towards center field. And that's going to be caught near the warning track, out number 1. Strikeout here from Randy Myth and now Al Bunty. Al Bunty has been having a great season for season 21. Hits to the second baseman in 1-2-3 inning. Swifties up now top of the second. McCollum, Alomar, and Hernandez Jr. McCollum past the shortstop, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner at first now, no outs for Alomar. Alomar, towering shot towards the right side. And that drops in front of the right fielder. He does not make the play. And a pass ball, fumble bumble. Runner moves to second.
Bumble.
One out. This is it towards right center field. Center fielder's there. Makes the play. 2 outs now. 1 on. Lemon. And Lemon will get a walk. That'll bring up number 9 hitter Preston. 2 out. 2 on. Preston. Striking out. And that retires the side. We now move to the bottom of the second. San Bernardino needing to get a win here to stay alive. Middle of the order. Theeks, Jim, and Lim. Theeks. Left side. Deep in the outfield towards the warning track. And they make the catch out number 1. Line drive in the gap on the right side. And that's going to be a base hit here for Big Jim. Lim past the shortstop. And Jim and Lim are on. Jim going to third. And he's safe. Runners at the corners. 1 out. And that's going to be a base hit over the shortstop's or the second baseman's head. Runner going to the third here. And he's safe as well. Runners at the corner still. 1 out. Rodriguez. Rodriguez, and this looks like a fly out to center. Is the runner going to tag? Yes, they do, and here they come. And he's safe. Another run scores. San Bernardino getting us going here. 2-0 now. And we'll get a walk here for number 9 hitter Gonzalez. Top of the order again, Riverboat. And Riverboat takes a walk. Base is juiced. Randy Myth. Grand slam opportunity, no, but that's almost as good. That's going to be a 2 RBI single. Runner moving to third. It is now 4-0. And that's a line drive to the shortstop. Thozor makes the play, leaves 2 runners stranded. We now move to the top of third. San Bernardino up by 4, and Hummuscott is up.
We might have a series again now, folks. San Bernardino up 4 in this game. Danny B, strikeout. Chank Daly, doing Chank Daly things. Another strikeout. Haka Haka. Haka Haka in left center. Fly ball. Center fielder's there. So 3 up, 3 down for the Swifties.
Pitching change.
Pitching change here. Baldellian now. All 66ers, though, in this game 4. They don't want the jinx. Sorry. 66ers already getting mad at me. I mean, you're up big here, so what more do you want? That's a fly ball. That's a fly out. So another 1-2-3 inning. We'll go back to State College. Dinkle, taco shot. That's a ground out. McCollum hitting 400 in his playoffs. That's a strikeout. Alomar. Crazy Katie Cat. Ooh, got beamed. Took that one. Wow, looked like it hurt. Lazaro. Oh, it's past the third baseman for a base hit. Couple of runners here. Can the Swifties get back in this game and take the crown? And that's a base hit. Will we get
2?
1 run? We will. Will we get 2 runs? Potentially. And the runner's coming home. And they're safe. It's 4-2. A 2-out rally for the Swifties. Lemon, the clutch at bat for the Swifties to try to take that trophy.
Oh,
And that's another base hit. Another 2-out RBI for the Swifties. Wow, 4-3 game now. And a stolen base. In there, Preston. Wow. Everyone contributing from the Swifties in this half inning. And that's another base hit. Danny B. Can they bring another? And it's a tie game. What is going on? A 2-out rally. All 4 runs came with 2 outs.
Pitching change.
Unbelievable. A pitching change now. Winston Ingram in. And that's deep in right field. That's gone. What is going on?
Out of the park.
Runs for the Swifties, all with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. Finers Night delivering again. This time it's the Swifties 2-out rally. Wow.
Chuck8403, thank you for the follow.
Haka Haka. And the ground out to finally end the inning. But they got 6 runs. Swifties up 2 runs. 66ers now. Strikeout for Matthew Lane. Wow. 66ers already calling it a night. It's a young game, folks. Don't do that. Stop it. Danny Gonzalez. And that's, it's a base hit, infield hit. No error made on the play. Riverboat now. Okay,
24
so-
red crayons. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, shout out to 24 Red Crowns, Tanner Hopman from the Toros. That's 2 base runners. Myth now. Myth, safe. Potential 2-out rally here,
Wow.
out hitting their opponent. Officially, and that's an infield pop-up.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked good first, but it was slow. So nothing doing despite all of that action. No 2-out rally for San Bernardino. Couldn't match the Swifties. And that's a strikeout for Haywood Dinkle. So Winston Ingram still in relief. McCullum drawing a walk. So, man, this series. And that's a fielder's
Didn't even
choice
try.
out for the second out. They didn't even try for the double play for the 6-4-3. Lazaro drawing a walk. So inning still alive here. Lemon had that clutch at bat earlier. Slow roller. Pitcher, though, there makes the throw. Bottom of the 5th. San Bernardino looking to do something to make this series interesting. And that's a grounder. Third baseman, though, with the gun from third. Dinkle, taco shot. And that's a fly ball in right field for Big Jim. So Lim now. That Jim Lim combo. Strikeout. Baldelli dealing. And top of the 6th, strikeout for Preston. Danny B
Pitching
now,
change.
who's here with us, play. Oh, pitching change. Right nut in. Oh, and the fumble bumble by Riverboat.
Fumble
At
bumble.
shortstop. So Drozdov, got beaned. Probably heard about wanting to pitch, disrespecting pitchers. Dom Drozdov got beaned there. Haka haka. And that's in left field for a base hit. And 1 run will come across. And it's safe. And 2 runs will come. The shortstop holding on to the ball.
Wow.
What is going on? 8-4 lead now. Swifties in control in the series and this game. Dinkle, grounder. Past the shortstop. Runner will come from second. Runner will score. The Swifties offense is absolutely exploding here, erupting. Top of the 6th, 1 out from McCullum. McCarthy in now. Pitching change. That's a ground out. Swifties. And that's a base hit. Runner will come from second. And they'll score. Up 10-4. RBI single for Alomar. Reaches second on a fielder's choice. And that's a line out. Wow. So 66ers down big, but we've seen crazier on Miners Night. A lot of game left. Can't give up hope here. Lane. That's a grounder. And a ground out. Rodriguez will come up, trying to get that average up in these playoffs. And that's a ground out. So Danny Gonzalez, a defensive player, looking to get some offense going. And that's a fly ball in right. And that's an out. 3 up, 3 down. Nico Baldelli absolutely dealing here in relief. No runs given up in 3.2 in this game. Doing everything they can to bring home the trophy back to State College. And that's a fly ball in right for Bergament Lemon, Preston. And Preston will drop for a base hit. So one out single for Preston, who's having an amazing playoffs. Danny B. And stolen base by Preston. They're safe. Nice jump. And strikeout, Danny B. So Dom Drozdov hitting 267 in these playoffs. So 5 ribbies is nice. And that's a base hit. Will the runner come from second? They do. Danny B. Preston, and they're safe. 11-4. Undefeated in the playoffs are the Swifties going into this game. Undefeated. They may finish if this result holds. That's a fly ball in left. And that's an out. So bottom of the 7th, running out of time are the 66ers. Still got 3 half innings to slice at this lead. Try to slice into it a little bit now. Do some damage. That's a pop up. That's a pop out. And Myth, and that's a line out to the second baseman. So Jimmy Leathershoe in now in relief, got that first out, and that's a base hit for Bunty. 2 out single. Theeks. Here we go. Grounder, third baseman. Nice throw from third. Powerful throw. Haywood Dinkle, who's going to come up to bat, though, top of the 8th. Swifties in control LBG, you're up.
And Schoolboy Shoe, I just did some research here for you, and I do see both left and right nut on the index. I do not see them on your lineup card, but unless you specifically said to remove them from the lineup card and just remove them without saying to remove them, they would still be there. You had to make specific notice to remove those two from the card in order for them to be removed because of the way that the highlighting system is. So I'll go back through and check your posts from the past couple of updates on your team to see if you did specifically ask them to be removed from the bullpen. But if not, okay, well, I'm not sure, but the index has been up all season long for you to be able to look at who you do have in the lineup. So I apologize if one of the other updaters did not get that removed for you, but it seems like it's been in there for quite a while. So I apologize, but again, it has been there for a while for you to be able to look and see that they were there. So it's not 100% our fault, but it is mostly our fault, and I apologize for that. And looking now at the game, we're at 2 outs here, and it looks like we had a runner at first. And that's going to retire the side with the out of second. And here we go. 9th inning. Up by 7. And that's down the right field line. And Preston is going to get on with the base hit. Going to second with the steal, and he's safe. And that's a strikeout. 1 on, 1 out. Drozdoff. And Drozdoff, and that is caught by the left fielder. 2 outs. And there's out number 3, and now last chance for San Bernardino, down by 7. And that's to the gap in right side, and that'll be a leadoff base hit here from Gonzalez. Riverboat now. First baseman goes to second, back to first. And the 3-6-3 double play. And a strikeout from Randy Myth, and that's going to do it as the Swifties win the Season 21 Minor League World Series 4-0 over the San Bernardino 66ers. Congratulations to Beebs and the Swifties for winning in a convincing fashion. Swifties with the best record in the regular season, and they just dominated all season long throughout the regular season and the playoffs. Congratulations, Hummuscott, on getting the alumni win here for your team.
I mean, this is the first ounce of legit success, and I can't even really say I'm really part of it, but it is nice to see a team where I felt like choked in season 13 for the season 21 team to carry the load and finish the job that we've been waiting a long time for. Very proud. Shout out to Beef. Shout out to Jav's first season as co-GM, first ring. So, a lot of congrats to go around.
Absolutely.
And just very, very happy. I know Swifties current players are very pumped right now in the chat. 66ers, 4 straight World Series appearances, 4 straight World Series losses. It doesn't get more painful than that. We feel for you out there. Personally, I could feel for you. I've been heartbroken in the playoffs as a majors player, so kind of know what that feels like. And just keep you guys head up. Part of the elite class, easily a top organization, probably the top organization overall right now in the minors. Just looking to get over that hump. Maybe next season is the opportunity where the 66ers can take the crown for the first time.
Absolutely. What a true mark for a dynasty for the 66ers. Best team in the East, winning, getting into the postseason over and over and over again. I'm really proud of what Schoolboy Shoe and Max has done with this team. We hope to see you next season doing well as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. But again, congrats to the Swifties. We're going to take a look at the batting info here. Danny B, 2 runs. For State College, Drozdoff, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Haka hit in 2 RBIs. 2 hits for Alomar, 2 RBIs for Lemon, Preston, 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Over on the San Bernardino side, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Randy Myth, 2 hits for Lane, and 2 hits for Gonzalez. On the pitching end for State College, You Need to Calm Down gets a no decision, and Baldelli getting their first win of the postseason. Over on the other side, San Bernardino, Chank Daly getting their first postseason loss, and Dom Drozdov is your player of the game. And we're going to go ahead and take a look now at the playoff coverage for the minors, and the season, or the series MVP is Dom Drozdov. Dom Drozdov. Let's take a look at Dom Drozdov's stats. 18 at-bats, 8 hits, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 444 batting average, slugging a 778. So congratulations to Drozdov, your series MVP. And now that moves us to the major leagues for our final series of the night. We had 2 decisions now so far. The Scorpions moving on to the Majors World Series, and the Swistids winning the Minor World Series. So now we're just at the Toros and the Voyagers. And in fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the series MVP for Death Valley is going to be Andrew Oram.
Easily.
Oram, 14 at-bats, 7 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 500 batting average for the series. Wow, 786 slugging. So congratulations to AU Gold getting the series MVP there. And our final game, Toros and the Voyagers. Can the Voyagers win and continue to try and move on, keep themselves alive? Oh, let's go back.
Oh, we're checking GM server.
No, we're still on the same day, but I was going to read the pitcher stats here. Nate Pearson, 0-1, 10.80 ERA. Joey Slothface. Oh, yeah, you're right. We do have a... No, this is the same day, but we're just going to take a look here to see. I'm going to give Toros and Voyagers another chance here if they want to make any changes before this game goes on. Technically, the clock's already passed for today, but you know, it is a crucial game, and so we'll just give them another second here to see if anything wants to be fixed here for game number 5. Looking at Voyagers. Alright, Voyagers are still good, and moving over here to Toros. Davey and Jay Steele. Give you another 30 seconds. And Davey says they're good as well. Okay, so here we go. Game number 5. And let me just reopen my chat window here. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for the Toros, 5 for the Voyagers batting wise. And the Voyagers have the lead here with Joey Slothface. 76 overall versus 74 overall for Nate Pearson. So another tight pitching matchup here. And Raven Knox is going to start us off. And pitcher comes set. And the check swing walk. And Knox is on with no outs. Tilapia Salmon's the second. And Salmons gets walked as well. Michael Fitted. Michael Fitted gets struck out.
Series is 3-1, correct?
Yeah, 3-1.
Just making sure we pull.
Joey Slothface, and that is going to be a fly out to center. Out number 2. Runner tags going to third. He's safe. Tentacion now. And pitcher grabs that one, throws across, makes the play. And that'll retire the side, leaving 2 stranded. Voyager's turn now. And this is deep center field. That goes over the center fielder's head, and that's going to be a double. Stevenson getting on with the double. That brings up R.J. Renard. Renard with the runner in scoring position. To the gap, and this could score a run here. Runner turning. And the throw. Not in time. And that's 1-0 now. Voyagers. Shortstop runs into the outfield to try and get that one over his head. And now runners at first and second. No outs. And we're going to walk here for Theodore Crunkleton. Now Hunter Harrison. Juice is based. And that's an infield flyout. Out number 1. This one hits a shortstop. Second baseman, but they do not make the throw to first, and the run scores. Voyagers up by 2 now. And we'll get another walk here. And Juice is based again. And that'll bring up Harry Grand Foreskin. Harry Grand Foreskin with the strikeout, leaving all 3 runners stranded, but Voyagers get 2 on the board. Top of the second we go. Hot hitter Carter. Carter towards center field. Line drive, and that is out number 1. DJ Steele. Do the gap in center. Steele on with the base hit. 1 on, 1 out for Munson. Cade Munson. Going for the steal, and they get him. 2 outs now. Munson. Shortstop grabs that one, throws across, and that retires the side. Voyagers up again, already up by 2. Number 9 hitter Nakia. Kia, and that is hit right to center fielder. Makes a diving play, out number 1. This one to the shortstop, throws across, out number 2. And now RJ Menard. Menard will take a walk. 2 on, 1 out for Speedy Gonzalez. And Gonzalez will take a walk. 2 on, 2 out now. Theodore Crunkleton. Pass ball, fumble bumble, and runners advance. 2 runners in scoring position now. Tapper, the third baseman, runs in, grabs it, throws across, gets the out. That'll retire the side, leaving 2 stranded, and Voyagers up by 2. Top of there we go with Hummuscott.
Yeah, there's a celebration going on in the Swifties locker room. A little busy right now, so can't join them. Hotman, oh, nice grab in center by RJ Menard. Future Hall of Famer, potentially. Knox will come up and fly out. And so Salmon's the second.
Huh?
Oh, that was smoked. A 2
Out of the park.
New York's still up 2-1, but that's an out of the park for Salmon's the second. Wow. Shads, who I talked to earlier. I hope law school's not treating you that bad. It is really hard, though. I can speak from a little experience. Fitted will come up. Oh, and that's a grounder. And that's a ground out. So 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Cancun got that solo shot by Salmon. So, and that's a strikeout for Hunter Harrison. And that's in center field for a base hit, 1 out single for Rivers. Hilmer now. Oh, and that's in right center. That's in the gap. That's a base hit. A runner will go to third. Runner will go home. Relay throw, not in time. Voyagers up 3-1 now. RBI double for Hilmer. Grand Foreskin keeping it going here with 1 out. And another runner will come, an RBI single. 4-1 lead now for the Voyagers. We may be in for a long night, folks. That's a base hit again, with 1 out here. So Stevenson, base hit. Oh no, it wasn't a base hit. Excuse me. But they do move the runners to second and third, both in scoring position. Menard, the ground out. And so top of the 4th, Bauer grounds out. And that's a base hit. Beeves trolling in the chat now. Shu's still with us. Shout out to Shu, loyal PBE member. And that's a fielder's choice. Didn't think they had to play it first. So Steele now. Ground out. 6-3 ground out. So Speedy Gonzalez, SD Corps, strikeout, was with us Tuesday night. Shout out to SD Corps, commissioner of SHL. That's a ground out. Hunter Harrison. Always appreciate the DMs that you give, responded to me. Always trying to, do my best. And
Pitching change.
Oh, pitching change here. Bartolo Pizza in now. Oh, that's a ground out. Nice play to step on the bag. So Toros go top of the 5th. Cade Munson, that's a ground out. Nice play at short for Eric Rivers. Hotman, that's a pop-up. First baseman running all the way toward the catcher for the grab, Hunter Harrison. So Knox trying to break that cold spell, and they do. A base hit, 2-out single. So Cancun come back in this game to take the other slot in the World Series, and that's a ground out to the second baseman. So Helmer will come up for New York. That's a walk. And that's a base hit for Harry Grant Forskin having a game, moving the runner to third, standing up. So Nakia, and that's a walk. So Juice is based. Here we go. Voyagers looking to pad their lead here in Game 5.
Oh boy,
ooh, that's a hard hit ball. That's going to be runs. 1 run, 2 runs come across. Will the third run come? Nope. So 2 RBI double. Stevenson clutch at bat. So RJ Menard, and a ground out for the first out of the inning. 7-1 lead for the Voyagers here, down in the series though. Crunk, strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts. So Hunter Harrison. Oh no, we'll go back to Cancun, excuse me, that ends the inning. So Fitted will ground out. Sorry about that. Bauer will come up. Strikeout. So Tentacion down 6 in this game, 2 outs. And that will start potentially 2-out rally. So Tentacion hitting 400 now. Ooh, fumble bumble, passed ball.
Fumble bumble.
Ace Carter, hot hitter, 556. Ooh, drop strikeout. Catcher though, too good. Makes the out at first after dropping the strikeout. So 7-1, bottom of the 6th. All Voyagers in this game.
another
Pitching change here. Sebastian Randall with the strikeout. Helmer will come up. Helmer, that's in right center. That's a fly ball. Easy out. So Harry Grant Forskin, Pazuzu. Shout out to Pazuzu. Did an incredible job running out, pick the commish.
Oh boy.
Runner will come from first to third. And they get gunned out. Salmon's to second. Wow, what a player. Wow, what a throw from center. Doing everything they can to try to get back in this game. Steal. That's a ground out. Munson. Joey Slothface having an incredible game. Got to comment on that. Slothface Killa was with us earlier. I don't know if Slothface Killa is still with us, but absolutely dealing against the Toros here in Game 5. And that's 3 straight outs. So bottom of the 7th, Voyagers bats. Here you go, Voyagers. Up 7-1. Looking to come back in the series. This is how you do it. Up 6 here. Late in this game. That's a walk. RJ Menard. And that's a base hit. Will the runner move to third? Nope. Didn't want to test Salmons again. Hey, don't test Salmons. Proven arm. And that's a stolen base. And safe. So runners on first and third. Fly ball in left. Will the runner go? We'll see. It's a short throw. And they go. And they're safe. So 8-1. Wow. Absolute dominant performance from the Voyagers bats. And that's a strikeout for Crunk. So top of the 8th. Here we go.
And top of the order, Knox. And Knox, infield flyout for out number 1. Tilapia Salmon's the second. And they'll take a walk. 1 on, 1 out for Michael Fitted. Fitted, and a line drive through the gap on the left side. 2 on now. And that's going to be a fly out to left field, and that'll be 2 outs. 2 on, 2 outs for Tentacion. Tentacion, line drive, left side, it's going. It is out of here, a 3-run shot. And Cancun trying to get back in this game, and that'll help do it. 8-4, 412 feet. Pitching change for New York. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Pepper Morgan needs to try and shut this down. And another walk. Pepper Morgan, 2 walks in a row. And here we go. Cade Munson. Another pitching change. Cillian O'Sullivan coming in now. And Cillian gives a walk. And now we have Juices based. 2 outs. Hotman. Tanner Hotman, the first baseman, runs over, makes the tag. And that'll retire the side. Another 3 runners stranded. But Cancun gets 3 on the board and trying to narrow the gap here. 3 outs remaining for Cancun. This one's hit towards the third baseman. Out number 1 for the Voyagers, and another pitching change. Kid Casey coming in now for the Toros.
Carsey.
Carsey. Runner first with the walk, and they're gonna. No, they do not do the 5-4-3 double play. Runner gets to first. 2 out, 1 on. Line drive the second baseman, and he bumbles it, and that is going to be a
Fumble bumble.
single.
Error. Ooh.
Error. And line drive, and that's out number 3. And here we go. Last chance for Cancun. Top of the order. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be these top 3 batters here. Raven Knox up first. Knox past the shortstop, and that'll be a leadoff base hit. Tilapia Salmon's the second. Salmons past the shortstop, another base hit. Runner first and second, no outs. Michael Fitted. Second baseman gets 1, but they do not go for 2. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Anthony Bauer base hit, and that'll score 1. And that's an RBI single for Anthony Bauer, and is now 8-5. Tying run coming out to the plate. Tentacion, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner, no, Juice is based. 3 on, 1 out. Hot hitter Carter to the third baseman. They get 1, but they do not get 2, and runner scores. Runners at the corners. Winning run at the plate coming up here. Oh, I clicked something there. Sorry about that. And that's pass ball. Runner comes home to score.
Fumble bumble.
2 outs, 1 on. And a strike 3, and that does it. Just barely beating the Cancun Toros. New York Voyagers win this one with a score of 8-7.
Wow, we got a crazy last couple of innings. Wow.
All right, let's take a look at our stats here. 13 hits to 12. Cancun batting. We had 2 hits for Knox, 2 runs, 2 hits for Salmons the second, 2 runs for Fitted, 4 hits and 3 RBIs for Tentacion. Over on the New York side, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Stevenson, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for RJ Menard, 2 hits for Hunter Harrison, 2 runs for Hilmer, 3 hits for Harry Grand Foreskin. Pitching, Nate Pearson takes their second loss of the postseason. New York, Joey Slothface their second win. O'Sullivan the hold, and Fairborn the save. Jonse Tentacion is your player of the game. And that's going to do it for today. And now, since we're advancing a day, I need to make a change here first before we check on the updates. We're going to go in here and let me just hide the screen here for just a second.
Out
All
of
right,
the
and we're going to switch
bumble.
the awards here. And we're going to change this to December.
Nice.
Save.
You have to do that every season?
Every season. Reliever of the year, December.
Shout out to OOTP, though. Best platform for any sim league in the world. We are blessed to have this sim because it does all of the work for us. A lot of sim leagues, I kind of feel for them to do a lot of manual work to get their stat database and all that. So just very blessed to have OOTP. There were discussions with the devs tonight. They were with us at some point. So we want to thank them for joining us tonight, devs of OTP. We are an official affiliate, the biggest non-official stream account for the OOTP video game. So kind of a cool stat for us to be able to say we are the biggest affiliated stream. And yeah, just at a great point. We love 21. I do personally, at least. So
absolutely. And it looks like all the December. So we have switched all those correctly. We're going to switch back over here to scores, come up here to the majors, and it looks like it is a off day, and I believe there was a change that we needed to do for the Toros for being back home again. Let me see if I can find that here real quick. I guess I closed it. Let me reopen it here. There it is. And let me make this bigger. And for home, we're going to go over here and pull up the Toros lineups. And this is for right-handed pitcher. And let's see here. We have Salmon's a second. And then Knox. Carter is next. Anthony Bowers fourth. Tentacion fifth. Steele and Fitted. And then Munson and Hotman. So we'll come over here and do a copy of the right hand batter plus DH. Go over here and paste. And now let's just confirm here. Salmon's a second. Knox, Carter, Bauer, Tentacion, Steele, Fitted, Munson, and Hotman. And now I'm going to pull up the Discord and check to see how it's looking over here now. Did we see stamina? Absolutely. So we'll pull back up pitching. And your pitcher is VV Zielman, who is 59% tired. Striker spin rate is 28%. And Nate Pearson is 0%. Oh, is there another day? Let me take a look at that here. I guess there is. Alright, so we'll go ahead and advance one more day. There we go. There's game 6, and now we'll go back into the Toros pitching. And take a look now at VV Zielman, 100% rested. Pearson, 28%. Striker spin rate, 60%. Anything you'd like me to change on that, Davey? Okay, everything looks good. Excellent. All right, so we're going to move over here now to the Voyagers. For game number 6, swap Harrison and Hilmer. So we'll go ahead and pull up the Voyagers lineups. Swap Harrison and Hilmer. And Stevenson and Rivers. And that was for right-handed lineup. Copy. And paste. And let's check that as well. Make sure those are the same. Rivers, Menard, Gonzalez, Crunkleton, Milmer, Stevenson, Harrison, Grand Foreskin, Nakia. All right, that looks good. Big Unit Babs, anything else you'd like me to change? Oh, and again, you'd like to see the fatigue on the pitchers. Choate is up, and he is 100% rested. Sievart is 60% rested. And Joy Slothface is 29% rested. I'll pull that up again for you, Davey, here in just a second, and we'll take a look at that here for you. Give Choate 120 pitch count.
Out of the park.
Anything else for you, Big Unit Babs? All right, and now we're going to go back over here to the Toros. The Voyagers are good, and the Toros wanted to take one more look at their batting lineup to make sure that it matched up with what we had for away, for home. And we had Salmons, Knox, Carter, Bauer, Tentacion, Steele, Fitted, Munson, Hotman. So that looks good on that one. Let's look at the left-handed pitchers. Salmons, Knox, Carter, Bauer. Tentacion, Steele, Fitted. Munson, Hotman. So there you go. That is set now correctly for your lineup as well. Yep, all right. So it looks like we are all set to go for game number 6. Just pull back up my chat here real quick.
Putting LBG to work for this 4 mil. Shout out to the GMs. Always, in crunch time, everything's on the line. You gotta, if you gotta tighten a few bolts here and there, we love seeing that. So, yeah, makes for fun playoffs when everyone's invested. The passion, the energy is crazy right now for PBE. So, we do have a game 6. Cancun up still 3-2. So should be a fun one.
Absolutely. And we're going to take a look here at our pitchers. Kevin Choate, 1-1 with a 2.95 ERA for New York Voyagers. Cancun, Vivi Zielman, 0-0 with an 11.57 ERA from that first one they were up earlier. Cancun leads the series 3-2. Taking a look at our matchups here. We have 5 for the Voyagers batting-wise, 4 for the Toros. Slight advantage for the Voyagers. And the Voyagers had the advantage in pitching with only 61 here for Vivi Zielman versus 74 for Kevin Choate. And off we go. Who's up first? Eric Rivers, former Dallas Dynamo. And we'll get a strikeout here to start us off. RJ Menard next. And RJ Menard takes the walk. Speedy Gonzalez. Oh, RJ Menard going for the steal, and he's going to make it. Runner in scoring position now for Speedy. Speedy, towering shot towards left center field, and that is caught. Runner tags and goes to third. Theodore Crunkleton in the bobble there from the third baseman, and that is a fumble bumble.
Fumble bumble.
And that'll put a runner at first with the score. RBI single from Theodore Crunkleton. Benjamin Hilmer striking out, and that'll retire the side, but New York gets one on the board. Cancun now. Strike three. And this one hit to the second baseman, out number 2. And strike 3, 1-2-3 inning. Here we go, Voyagers back up again. The Voyagers will get another leadoff walk here. Stevenson, Hunter Harrison now. Stevenson going for second, and he's in there easily. No, they got him! It looked like he was safe, but no, they threw him out. And that one's in the gap on the left side. That could have been an RBI there had he been patient. Hunter Harrison getting on with the double. 1 on, 1 out. Towering shot towards right center field, going towards the gap, but the right fielder's there, makes the catch. Runner tags, goes to third. Nakia now, runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Nakia, that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be another run here for New York, as the score is now 2-0. And we're going to walk here. 2 on now, 2 out. RJ Menard. Line drive to the second baseman. Throws over to first, makes the play. Leaves 2 runners stranded. Bottom of the second we go. And a leadoff strikeout from Anthony Bauer, and that'll bring up Tentacion. Tentacion, foul ball, right side, catcher grabs it, out number 2. This one down the left field line, and beats out the throw by the third baseman. 1 on, 2 out. Michael Fitted, and the shortstop grabs that one, leaves the runner stranded as we move now to the top of third. New York up by 2.
Here we go, top of the third. It is a game 6. New York looking to force a game 7 here. Oh, and that's a hard hit ball. Wow, what a hit. And he's safe with a double. Wow, Steve Gonzalez, SD Core, what a hit. Crunk trying to get that average up. There we go. And that's a base hit. Speedy using the Jets. Safe. RBI single. Voyagers, Boys up 3-0. Making this sim night interesting. And that's a fly ball, and that's a fly out. Will we see a game 7? Oh, and that's a base hit, Stevenson. Runner moving to third. That's a double. Runner going home. What happened? It's a 4-0 lead now. A run scoring double for Stevenson. All Voyagers here early in this game. That's a strikeout. Grant Forskin now. Grant Forskin. That's a fly ball, fly out. Yeah, former Toro. A lot of drama in this game. A former Toro, now Voyager, Steve Gonzalez, has some clutch moments here. And that's a base hit for Munson. Single, a line out, left field for Hopman. So Salmon's the second, center fielder. Ooh, that gets past the first baseman. There will be, and the runner will move to third. Runner's going home. And the throw is not in time. A one RBI double. Very weird animations, OTP, and that's over the second baseman. for a base hit for Knox, but not going to test the right fielder's arm. Carter, and the runner probably will go here from center. And that's a nice throw, but not in time. Sam's the second is safe, so 4-2 lead now. And a ground out. So Toros do themselves a nice service there, scoring a couple of runs, still down. And if they win, they move on to the World Series. So big moments. Oh, and that's a nice catch in right field. My goodness, Michael Fitted, playoff Fitted. And that's a walk. So RJ Menard will strike out. 2 outs now for Speedy. Oh, passed ball, fumble, bumble.
Fumble, bumble.
In the semifinals, game 6. Speedy, ground out. So we'll go back to Cancun. They scored a couple runs last half inning. Can they score a couple more runs to tie the game, potentially win the series? And that's a grounder. Ground out for Tentacion. So steal the grounder. Third baseman makes the throw. So 2 outs for Fitted. Kevin Choate pitched a no-hitter last series, and that's 3 up, 3 down. So Voyagers bats looking to ask Krunk, former Vandal, and that's deep, and that's gone.
Out of the park.
Looking to help the Voyagers here. What a home run, first of the postseason for Krunk. Up 5-2 now. Hilmer will come up. Nice at bat. Out of the park. Strikeout. Hilmer. Stevenson having an amazing postseason and adding to it. That's in the good gap. That will be extra bases. Will they go for 3? They do. Safe with the head first slide. So a 3-bagger for Stevenson, having an amazing postseason. Hunter Harrison, change. That's a base. Pitching change. Quick Horsey, and that's an RBI single. Nice at bat for Hunter Harrison. So Voyagers looking to tie this series up. Tried to pick off a runner. There wasn't any. They went back. Grand Foreskin will fly up and fly out. So Nakia with 2 out. So tried to go for the double play, but the runner gets back there. And that's deep in left field. And that's a home run. All Voyagers up 8-2. Nakia with 2 outs. The clutch
out of
home
the park.
Run. Here we go. Will we see a game 7 here in the Majors semifinals, the Final 4? And that's a walk with 2 outs. So Toros at home, kind of fumbling here. That's a fly up and fly out. They do have game 7 at home. It is 2-3-2. Keep that in mind. That's a strikeout. Choate still in the game, still dealing as he does. That's a fly ball in left center. That's out. So Salmon's the second with 2 outs. That's a grounder. That's a ground out. Here we go. Gonzalez for the Voyagers, top of the 6th. That's a base hit. My goodness. Krunk had that home run, will strike out. Bartolo Pizza in now. Hilmer. And that's in center. That's an out. Caught in center for the fly out. Stevenson, strikeout. So back to Cancun, bottom of the 6th. Can they do something? Down 6. That's a strikeout. Choate still in the game. That's in right field. Here we go. Ace Carter, nice single, having a ridiculous postseason. That's in the gap. That's against the wall. Well, the runner comes from first to home. They will try, and they're successful. Fowler with the triple to break out of that 0-2 game so far, and that's a walk for Tentacion. Cancun bats, and that's a pass ball. Fumble bumble.
Fumble bumble.
Fowler scored, so here we go. Fitted now. Still at bat, excuse me. And that's a strikeout. So Fitted, playoff Fitted. And that's a strikeout. Choate settling down, gave up those 2 runs. We'll see now if the Voyagers can add to their lead. And that's a ground out for Harrison, who's hot. Van Forskin strikeout. Bartolo Pizza having a game. Nakia. And that's a fly ball, shallows left center. That's an out. Here we go. Wow. Bottom
pitching
of the
change.
7th. Another pitching change. Pepper Morgan looking to pepper some batters. That's a ground out. Toros. Bats got to do something to win the series in this game. That's a strikeout. Salmon's the second, though. Here we go. That's in left field. That's a fly ball. And top of the 8th, Voyagers looking to force a Game 7. LBG, you're up.
And all right, that is a sliding catch by the center fielder there for out number 1. RJ Menard now. Menard to the shortstop. Throws over, makes the play. 2 outs. Pitching change. Sebastian Randall, excuse me. Randall, and shortstop grabs that one, throws across, makes the play. And bottom of the 8th, here we go. Cancun down by 4. Strikeout here from Knox, and that'll bring up Carter. Carter, drilled to the third baseman, throws across, out number 2. This one in the gap, left side, and going for 2. And he's going to get it. Anthony Bauer, runner in scoring position. Tentacion will take a walk. 2 on, 2 out now for DJ Steele. 6 RBIs now in this series. Pitching change. Cillian O'Sullivan coming in. Line drive towards center field, and that is caught. 2 stranded. 1 more chance remaining for Cancun. Down by 4. Middle of the lineup now for the Voyagers. And we'll get a leadoff walk here from Theodore Conkleton. Benjamin Hilmer now. Hilmer striking out. Stevenson hitting .359, and that'll improve the average even more. .375 now. And a walk. Juice is based.
Looking to add to their lead to force a Game 7 here in the semifinals.
Pitching change by Cancun. This is going to be an infield flyout. 3 on, 2 out. And a strikeout here. And getting it done. Nakia getting struck out. Last chance here for Cancun. Down by 4. Bottom third of the lineup. And this is going to be an infield flyout. Looks like the shortstop got that one. And this is a tapper to the shortstop. Out number 2. Last chance here. Tanner Hopman. Hopman towards right field, and that is caught. And that's going to do it as New York Voyagers tie the series up 3 games to 3 with the score of 8-4. 11 hits to 7 in this one. Taking a look at our batting here for New York. 2 hits for Speedy Gonzalez, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Cronkleton, 3 hits and an RBI for Stevenson, 2 runs, 2 hits for Hunter Harrison, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Nakia. Over on the Cancun side, 2 hits and an RBI for Anthony Bauer, and that is it. Looking down here at the pitching change for the pitching for New York, Kevin Choate, 2-1 now in the season, 6.0 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 104 pitches, and Cillian O'Sullivan getting their second save. For Cancun, Vivi Zielman, their first loss of postseason, and Theodore Conkleton is your player of the game. All right, we're going to advance a day so we can get any updates to the fatigue for the pitchers if they want to take a look. I'm moving now over to our sim channel here. And let's see here. I'm going to need to see bullpen stamina and stamina for Sloth and Sievert. Also going to need to move some better. Alright, so go ahead and type what you need to, Big Unit Babs, but I'm going to go ahead and start looking at your... let's start with your bullpen. Alright, so here we go, Big Unit Babs. For the bullpen, Cillian O'Sullivan, 58%, slightly tired. Fairborn, 98% rested. Pepper Morgan, 64%, slightly tired. Bill Graves, 96% rested. Andy Spruce, 98% rested. Leonard Washington, 93% rested. So let's start with them. Are there any bullpen changes you want to make? Set Graves to closer, 8th or later, middle. Set Graves to closer, 8th and later, closer, 8th plus and later, and middle relief. Alright. Any other bullpen Spruce and Washington and none specified. Spruce and Washington to none specified. None specified, none specified. We'll remove the secondary on that. I'm guessing you didn't make any mention of that. You wanted Washington no secondary, is that correct, Big Unit Babs? O'Sullivan to middle, normal, long. O'Sullivan to middle, normal, and long. Alright, so no secondary then for Washington. Alright, now you also wanted to see stamina for Sloth and Sievert. We'll take a look at that. Sievert is 100%. Slothface is 61%.
Game 7.
Game 7.
Two best words in sports. Game 7.
Sievert, 110 pitch count. There we go. Alright, now you wanted to switch the batters. Let me go ahead and pull that up. And you wanted, let's see here, Stevenson to 1, and that would switch Rivers. Alright, so we'll do this one first. And then you wanted Rivers at 7. No, Rivers at 5. Helmer to 7. And Harrison to 6. So we had Stevenson 1. Rivers to 5, Harrison to 6, Hilmer to 7. And I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and we'll move it over here to the left-handed side and paste that in as well, and reconfirm. Whoa, what the heck? That wasn't right. Let me fix that again. Stevenson to 1. Rivers to 5, Harrison to 6, Hilmer to 7. And that was right-handed. Oh, I see what I did wrong. And we'll go back over here and paste. And now it should be correct. Stevenson 1, Rivers 5, Harrison 6, Hilmer 7. Okay, does that look good now, Big Unit Babs? Okay, great. No problem. Now we're going to move over here to Toros.
Toros, yeah. Stamina check.
Alright, not a problem. We'll take a look at that.
You can have GIFs as your Discord profile pic. That's really cool.
Oh, really?
Game changer.
Here we
About
go.
to hit up whoever made my SIG for the Stone Cold one. Sorry.
No problem. Striker spin rate is at 100%. Pearson is at 60%, and VV Zielman is at 0%. Anything you'd like me to change there, Davey? Randall and side to none specified. Randall and side to none specified. Side none specified. Randall none specified. Alright, and pizza to use less often. Pizza to use less often. Okay, there we go. And anything else for you, Davey?
Man, LBG working overtime. GM's putting everything on the table for a Game 7. Davey, though, helping out. The GMs are both working for Toros. So War Room representative Davey here said 1 sec, so checking that out. Davey is typing. Lineups too. So
all right, not a problem. So we'll pull up your lineups here. Let me find the mouse. There we go. Lost it on the other screen. And here is your lineup versus right-hand batters, and I believe that is the same for left. Let me just check here. Yep, same for both. So I'll just leave right-handed up here for you. All right, so Davey says they're good, and I believe that's it then. So we're going to go ahead and get started here for game number 7.
Cancun was up 3-1 in this series.
Right?
Voyagers clawed all the way back to force a game 7. Seabart versus spin rate. So, everything's on. You got to put everything on the table. This is it. Both teams' last opportunity to get that second slot in the World Series to go against the Death Valley Scorpions. So this should be a great one. Tonight needed a game 7. Both the other series ended a little early, so I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at our pitching lineups here. Reginald Seabart, 0-1 with a 2.55 ERA versus striker Spin Rate, a 1-0 with a 1.46 ERA. So Spin Rate having a great series with that first outing. And we're going to pull up the lineups here, and 5 now for the Toros versus 4. So before it was 5 Voyagers, 4 Toros, and with those changes, Toros have a slight advantage here now in the batting. And pitching wise, looks like it's going to be striker Spin Rate with the advantage here. Let me just take one last look at the chats, make sure we are all good there. We are, and I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. And here we go. Joshua Stevenson up first. Pitcher comes set. And a strikeout. RJ Menard now, 1 out. Towering shot towards center field, gets underneath it, and then it's going to be out number 2. Gonzalez. And I'll just point out, for some reason, the sound is much louder. The ambient sound is much louder here in this Cancun stadium than the other ones, because when we were playing in like the Swifties and the Scorpions and the Boise, not nearly this loud, so I'm not sure what's up with that.
Can they hear us? I guess chat can tell us that they can hear us over the ambient sound.
You can still hear us, can't you? We'll get a strikeout here. This one to the shortstop, throws across, gets the out.
Wombat confirmed, we're good.
Cool. 2 outs, and that is out number 3. Wow. All right, so 3 up, 3 down, still no hits. Top of the second.
Game 7 poll coming up.
Oh, it's the larger crowd. That's what it is. It's a full stadium with playoff potential.
Well, they just don't social distance in Cancun. They didn't change their...
And did he catch that one? No, that was out of here. 408 feet. And that's a home run. 2-run blast. New York already up now. Eric Rivers. This one hit the second baseman, throws over, makes the play. And 1 out now. Strikeout. To the gap on the right side, and Harry Graham Forsman's going to get on with the single. Nakia now. Nakia to the pitcher. Gets the out at first, and now retire the side, leaving a runner stranded. We move down to the bottom of the second. New York up by 2. And this is going to be a fly out to center field, looks like, yes. And that is out number 1. And a walk here for Tentacion. That'll bring up DJ Steele. 1 on, 1 out. And a check swing strikeout. Out number 2. Michael Fitted. Fitted. Tapper to second baseman. And he just gets to play in time. That'll retire the side. And we now move to the top of the third. New York up by 2.
Here we go. Top of the third. Voyagers strikeout. Trying to pull off somewhat of a miracle, down 3-1 earlier in the series, 2 in this game. And that's a ground out. Striker Spin Rate looking to get 1, 2, 3, and they do. So nice inning for giving up 2 last inning for strict Spin Rate. Now Kate Munson comes up, draws the walk. Tanner Hotman draws another walk, back to back. It's not what you want to see from the starter.
Oh my goodness!
Back to back walks. Wow. Bases juiced. Need a bases juiced graphic when Knox. Strikeout. So Carter, the hot hitter, can they do something with bases loaded? There you go. Oh, what a catch in left field. And both runners go, and the runners score. Tag up. What a catch to kind of save their team there. and a fielder's choice out. So only 1 run after bases loaded, no outs. What a nice defensive inning for New York. And now Crump will come up. Right center, that's a fly out. Eric Rivers. That's a walk. And it'll stolen base.
Oh,
Rivers is safe. So Hunter Harrison with a runner in scoring position. And it's a shallow fly ball on the left. Easy out. So Hilmer now with the runner on second. Draws the walk. So a couple runners for Grant Forskin. Here we go. Grounder. And, steps in the bag all by himself to shortstop. Nice play by Ace Carter. So Cancun will come up, bring up their batters down 2-1. And that's a leadoff single from Jose, who's having an insane playoffs. Strikeout for Steele. Strikeout. Munson, here we go. And that's in left field. And that's going to be a base hit and a 2-bagger. Runner will come from third. And that awkward relay throw stoppage. And the run will score. Cancun, a 2-out rally. An RBI double for Munson. And that's going to drop in right field for a base hit. And the throw from right field. And they're safe. Toros, 2-out rally. Take the lead here in Game 7. All the drama. Wow, what's going on? LOL GFX, yeah. And that would do it. So 2 runs scored for Cancun, take the lead. Strikeout from Nakia Stevenson with a single in left. So New York down a run now. Being battered. Gonzalez now. And that will be a base hit. Will the runner come from second and score? They do. Tied game. Back and forth here in Game 7. Strikeout. Absolute chaos. Can't keep up. Rivers, strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for spin rate. Getting out of that jam. So only 1 run comes across, though. It's a tie game. Oh, that's in the good gap. Raven Knox. And that's going to be 2 bases. Potentially 3. And that's 3 bases. Wow. Game 7 madness. A leadoff triple for Raven Knox. Ace Carter in shallow right center. Center fielder making the throw. And they're safe standing up. So a lead now for Cancun. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And more action for the Toros bats. That's in the gap. That's going to be a double. So everything's happening here. Game 7, it all comes down to this. And that's going to be in right center, fly ball. Will the runner go? And they do. So they advance the third with 2 outs now for Steele. Strikeout. So Cecilian O'Sullivan came in relief. Seabart got removed. So Harrison, Hilmer, Grant Forskin, Game 7. Here we go. Strikeout. Hilmer. Can you come back in this game? That's a line out to the first baseman. Spin rate still in the game. Grant Forskin. Grant Forskin grounder. Ground out. So 1-2-3 goes to New York bats. Cancun looking to add to that lead. That's a strikeout for Fitted. Cade Munson hitting .333 in the postseason.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's deep in the good gap. And that's gone. He smoked that one. Wow, 415 feet of no downer from Cade Munson in Game 7.
Out of the park.
Game 7 heroics from Cade Munson. So 5-3 lead here. Cancun trying to punch the ticket in the World Series. That's a strikeout for Hopman. Salmons.
Whoa.
Ooh, what a grab and right. Reeled it in. Nice sliding catch. So Voyagers got to work it out for them. Down 2 runs. Nakia, 2 to walk. Stevenson on fire. Can they keep it going? That's a grounder. Double play, 6-4-3. Textbook. Cancun. 2 outs now. And that's in center field for a fly ball. And wow, no runs, no hits, or errors.
Pitching change.
Here we go. Pitching change now. Colbin Fairborn in, forcing that ground out to short from Knox. Carter, the hot hitter. That's in right field. And that's a fly out. So Bauer, the cleanup hitter, 2 outs, looking to add to that lead. Strikeouts, so top of 8th, Game 7. Here we go.
Strike 3.
LVG.
Oh, and that's a base hit to right side, and Theodore Crunkleton's going to get on with a single, 1 out.
Sorry, I should have passed it on to you properly.
No worries. That one's over the shortstop's head. 2 on now, 1 out. Hunter Harrison. Hunter Harrison striking out. 2 out. 2 on.
TLK.
Benjamin Hilmer. And Benjamin Hilmer striking out. Wow, what a showing here from Shower Handle to the 4th. Be able to get out of that inning. And now we move to the bottom of the 8th. Cancun up by 2. And this one's a tapper to the shortstop. Doesn't make the play, and that's an infield single. Towering shot left side. And that is out of here. A 2-run blast. DJ Steele. And that'll make the score 7-3. Cancun.
Out of the park.
Wow. Still no outs. Finally an out with the strikeout here for Michael Fitted. Cade Munson.
Strike 3.
Munson striking out. And now Hopman.
Strike 3.
Hopman striking out as well. So last chance here for New York. Down by 4. 8, 9, and 1 batters up. Grand Foreskin, Nakia, and Stevenson. Harry Grand Foreskin. Grand Foreskin. Over the... Oh no, it's caught by the third baseman. Out number 1. And a strikeout here from Nakia. Top of the order. Stevenson, last chance. Down by 4. Stevenson. Stevenson. Past the pitcher. And that's going to be a base hit. Base hit. R.J. Menard. 1 on. 2 out. R.J. Menard base hit. Runner going. No, runner stays at second. 2 on. 2 out. Speedy Gonzalez. Speedy taking the walk. Juices base. Theodore Crunkleton. Tying run. At the plate. Theodore Crunkleton. Towards the left side. Grand slam. Home run. Theodore Crunkleton.
Out of the park.
And that is a tie game. Top of the 9th. Voyagers. Oh my goodness.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Madness.
Wow. Eric Rivers now. Eric taking a walk. And they're still going here with 2 outs. Hunter Harrison. Runner on first.
Magic.
Harrison. And that's going to be a base hit over the shortstop's head. Runner first and second. Still 2 outs. Benjamin Hilmer. Hilmer, towering shot towards center field. And that's over the second center fielder's head. That's 1. Here comes 2. That's a 2 RBI double from Benjamin Hilmer. And it is now 9-7. Voyagers, top of the 9th. Still 2 outs. Harry Grand Foreskin. Foreskin past the second baseman. And there comes another run in the throw. And he's out. But they get 2 more on the board. 6-run rally. And it is now 9-7, bottom of the 9th.
Oh my God.
Top of the order for Cancun. They've got to get 2 here. And this is going to be a flyout for Tilapia Salmons a second. Raven Knox.
Strike 3.
Knox striking out. Last chance here. Carter.
Symmetrical. Colby Fairborn.
Carter towards the gap. And that's past the center fielder. That's going to blow to second. Tying run at the plate coming up now. Anthony Bauer, MVP potential candidate with the chance here. And that's a walk. Janse Tentacion, 2 on, 2 out. Winning run at the plate. Tentacion, left side. And that's gone. That is gone. Cancun Toros with the walk-off 3-run blast. And that's going to do it as Cancun in dramatic fashion moves on to the World Series Season 21. Holy crap. Holy crap. What a game. Wow. I got to catch my breath here for a second. Oh Jesus. Wow. Wow, look at Chad. Oh, my God.
2 out magic from both teams. Oh.
That
Wow.
somebody needs to clip that. Wow, what a last inning there. That was probably the most dramatic last inning that I have ever streamed since joining the PBE sim team in season 11.
Look at that graph.
I know.
It was oh my God! It was literally touching the Voyagers line. 2 outs. Oh my God! Probably one of the best at bats in league history, up there with the Stefano Jr. season 16 walk off in Game 7. Wow.
Wow.
But one of the best top of the 9ths. Oh my goodness.
Wow, 6 runs
Just
and then 3
absolute
runs and
chaos.
9 runs in that 9th inning. Wow. All right, so let's take a minute here and take a look at our box scores. New York, 2 runs, 2 hits from Stevenson. 2 runs, 3 hits, 4 RBIs from Crunkleton. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks from Eric Rivers. 2 RBIs from Hilmer. 2 hits from Harry Grand Foreskin. Over on the Cancun side, a hit and 2 RBIs from Carter. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 RBIs from Tentacion. Let's take a look here. It's Tentacion with that walk-off to win the game. A hit and 2 RBIs from DJ Steele. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Cade Munson. On the pitching end for New York, Sevart, no decision. Colburn Fairborn taking their first loss, 1-1. Cancun, striker spin rate, no decision. Shower handle the fourth, blown save number 1. Ant Dupree gets the win, 2-0 for them. Play of the game, of course, with the walk-off run. Jonse Tentacion. Holy crap. Wow. All right, and that is going to do it. Now we know all the teams for the Majors World Series. We have the number 1 Death Valley Scorpions versus the number 2 Cancun Toros. What a matchup. That is going to be very interesting for Saturday. Both teams just doing amazingly well. Even though it went to 7, Cancun turned around and showed at the very end that they were superior. But congratulations to Big Unit Babs and the Voyagers for getting so far all the way to Game 7 in the semifinals, 1 game away from the World Series. So congratulations to the Voyagers, but Cancun Toros move on. And we're going to go ahead and upload our index here so all the GMs and players can take a look at their stats. Let me go ahead and check my settings. That one is good.
We did see the Scorpions come back.
Oh,
they had to score like 5 straight in that one playoff series, I think last season.
Jonse Tentacion, series MVP. Let's take a look at Tentacion stats. 28 hits, 28 at-bats, 13 hits, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 464 batting average, 857 slugging. Wow. All right, so we're going to go ahead and now upload. Let me just take a look here.
That 9th inning deserves its own YouTube video. Wow. Good content for the YouTube channel.
Right.
Thank you to both those teams, both GMs putting everything on the table. The DVS Boise MVP was Andrew Oram.
Yes.
Wombat. Yeah, Wombat was asking. Wow. We did have 66er W. Shive, who is 66ers faithful, said earlier in the night, baseball action-wise, it was a horrible sim. So, of course, OTP granted us this opportunity for arguably the best 9th inning in playoff history.
Absolutely.
6 runs in the top of the 9th to go up 2 after being all with 2 outs, mind you. And then, of course, the Toros with 2 outs, no runners on. Put a couple base runners on, and Tentacion ended the game with 1 at bat. Just ridiculousness. Wow, what'd you think? I mean, you were the one calling it. You were working.
I got my heart rate going. That's for sure. Oh my goodness! I really thought that at that top of the 9th, when they had those 6 runs for the Voyagers, it was going to be very hard for Cancun. But coming up with the top of the lineup, that really set the stage there.
Makes a difference.
If it was like the middle or the bottom of the lineup, it could have been a totally different story. But having Anthony Bauer coming up, having Tentacion coming up, really made the difference, I think. And what a I still can't believe
Well, it has to be up there in best 9th innings in league history because of the fact all of the action for both teams took place with 2 outs.
Yes.
The mind-boggling grand slam with 2 outs from Crunk, grand salami, and then the game-winning walk-off 3-run shot. Everything is just with 2 outs. I mean, no margin for error, right? Like 1 out ends it. So just absolutely mind-blowing baseball. Oh man.
Yeah,
Wow.
first a sweep with the Swifties, and then the dramatic Game 7 with the Toros. Crazy night. I have to say, congratulations to Bauer. Bauer just took over the Toros and made some changes, and I really do think that if there was a season that the Toros were going to have a really good chance, this was it. You know,
Yeah.
especially with the reduction in the salary cap and expansion draft, having to lose some players as well. Toros really held on to a good core group of batters and their pitchers too. I thought that was very interesting that even with all the changes with the expansion draft, losing players, having issues with the salary cap, having to make some tough choices, Cancun was still able to hold on and have a group of folks that just didn't seem like they wanted to quit. They kept on going and going. In fact, I'm going to take a second here and I'm going to pull up the PBE sim, and we're going to take a look here at some info on the Toros, because the Toros had 72 wins on the season, and I believe that is the most they've had in some time. I think they got 60 something, the high 60s last season. But 72 and 36, very nice showing here. Especially playing at home, 42 and 12 at home. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. The only two teams that really compared were the Sloss and the Scorpions. Sloss with 46 and 8. Scorpions at 46 and 8. Sloss with 44 and 10. Very, very good home play. And I think another big thing too is that the Toros having specific lineups for the home versus the away, that really favored them as well. Those changes that they did in the lineup really paying off for them in the long run here. Even though the away games they were down 3-1 or 3-0. They had 3-0. They had the 3-1, and then the last two games they lost those other two. But just hold on in Game 7. Just totally amazing. Totally amazing. And
Toros obviously were up 3-1. A lot of managing between games. Wow. To do it in Game 7. Both teams, as we addressed in the chat just now, Calder Reseth. They mentioned that not only did the Toros do everything with 2 outs, but the Voyagers had 2 outs, no runners on, a single walk, and then a grand salami by Crunk. And they kept adding too. I mean, that wasn't it. So, Person Man said we're looking for a channel.
Sure, absolutely.
Here,
if you can find one, we'll be happy to rate it.
He said if you could find one. So it's,
sure. Let me take a look here.
FKN is streaming Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. He runs his own GM league. OTP, are they streaming live? I don't know. Are they live right now?
I'm taking a look.
It says they're offline. I think they start in 9 minutes. Just kidding. They're live. Wow.
143 viewers.
Yeah, we could stream them. I mean, we're not going to tick the needle, of course, with our measly 36. But, they did come. The devs of OTP did join us tonight. We have someone who's really active in their Discord messaged one of the devs tonight. So they were with us watching. They are live. So, yeah, we should definitely repay the favor.
Absolutely.
And raid their stream. So I think it's spelled in full because there's a command for OOTP development.
Yeah, /raid OOTP developments.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and wait real quick to make sure this index gets taken care of here. Wow. I've been streaming now for, what is it now, 11 seasons. 11 seasons I've been streaming, and that was by far the most dramatic ending to a stream that I've ever had. So I'm really glad that you were there to be there with me on that. What a great way to end out the season for other than the Major League World Series. And hopefully the Saturday stream is just as exciting. I would love to see the Toros and the Scorpions go full 7 games. Nothing else to cover, just that series. So, if we had 7 featured matchups in a row, that would be, quite the stream. And let me look here and see who is our streamer for Saturday.
I think Super TARDIS has been doing the World Series a lot. Love those Super TARDIS streams. So, man, just tonight was just like you were working a lot in between games with the management by all the GMs, 6 total. Well, 6 sets of GMs plus War Room reps. Those 3 series. Those first 2 series ended a little early, and we got to watch a 3-1 lead go all the way to Game 7. So, wow. Yeah, thank you for having me again. I always appreciate you having me on. I think before I was even in an HO, I came on, or did I
Yeah.
have to get an HO for you to care about me to come on?
No, I think it was. I think it was the season before you took
Kidding.
over. So it's been what 3 seasons now that you've been on with me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been fun. And, we got some things in store, maybe in the off season, maybe try to get that done this week. A few videos I want to do. One, what is a PBE, and kind of explaining sim leagues in general. And a second video, try to make them snackable, 2 minutes. My creative player video was short. I think that helped a lot with the 88 and 87 now we have in the S22 class.
Mhm.
And then that's one video. And then what is an update thread? I think that could be it should be its own 2-minute video. I think if you can master the update thread, you can really make a long career here in PBE. So look out for those 2 videos. Enoch is going to help me with at least one of them. Yeah, it's just good to have video content for people to see. They always good to hear it, see it, hear and see something. A lot of people are visual learners. I know I am. Shadows hates when I bring it up because he keeps saying it's an old video, but there is a how to create a player video that he made a while ago. And while it is, yes, of course, outdated, it definitely helped me just get the ball rolling at least a little bit.
Mhm.
You open the website and it's just so intimidating. It's like 10 sub forums or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, so which one do I click into? So it definitely it was helpful to have this creative player video. It's helping with today's recruitment. Just trying to blast that as much as possible. Rookie mentors and rookie server. If you new people who haven't created yet, just spam them that video until they block you. Kidding. But yeah. How many losses did the Swifties have? None, which made for kind of I'm a big Swifty supporter, obviously alumnus, but as a co-host, you definitely don't want that. You want more entertainment than that. So, like you said, LBG, we're really blessed we had that crazy 9th inning in that Game 7. So
I'm gonna have to go back and
all is
watch
well.
the VOD later just to
Oh,
relive
definitely.
the excitement. That was crazy. Something else that you brought up as well. As far as making videos is concerned, maybe you might want to take and make a video on the player creator. Explain how you copy and paste the information, how to create the template.
So
That
that
might be
is my
some.
creative player video. You probably haven't seen it since you haven't created since
I guess
like
I guess
season
I
11,
will
season
here
10.
this next season or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do it in 3 minutes. I teach you how to register for the site, which is important, because there's like a little bit you have to do with that. Then in that video, I do cover that on the side panel. You can click the creator, and then I do cover that you have 100 points. You spread them out. You fill out a form on the right side, a typical form, and like your average form. Then you hit that button, the generate form formatting button. Go back to the website, copy and paste into the creative player section as its own topic. And I somehow squeaked that out in like 3 minutes with a lot of screenshots. So looking to do that with the update thread, just teaching you, okay, how to make one, because that's probably one of the hardest parts is like getting the courage to actually make one in the right subform. You don't want to, do it wrong and then,
Right.
get judged. So teaching you where to put it, that's first and foremost, and what to do with it. A shout out to Andrew Oram, AU Gold, for that updater tool is really crucial, has helped with engagement. Website activity is at its peak right now, looking to increase it. And it's because of Madge and Gold, those two tools really have saved people a lot of time. So yeah, thank you for letting me rant on that.
No
Just looking
problem.
forward to a strong recruitment. Don't mind if they trickle in. Have some tricks up my sleeve, like I said, about what is PBE. I feel like that will help to upload that directly to some subreddits. So
Maybe another thing to add to the video is showing the TPE PT resources channel and the main PBE Discord, so that they know that rather than just trying to willy-nilly go to the website to find all the PTs, that they can go right to that one resource and have all the links there for them every single week, that they can just get everything done and then know where the claim thread is at and then just take it from there, doing the updates themselves.
right, TPE resources is huge. I know we had that in the Vandals locker room. I know that, and now it's on the main page as well. Yeah, definitely want to cover that at some point. My dream is to have every subforum have a like how-to for each subforum and pin it at the top. I did that in the creative player section. If you go to JSync, you could see in the creative player section that there's a pinned post with my videos how to create a player. So just trying to be up to date, trying to be modern here. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the I know the videos are old. Shadows videos old, so my best. I know I took it kind of personally to make sure recruitment stays at where it was, and it's looking pretty good. Like I said, season 22 is looking pretty strong, all things considered. Yeah, we are rating the the OOTP stream. Excuse me, McDavitt. They are starting in 1 minute. It would be nice when they officially start at 9 for us to jump right in. We're trying to get a better relationship with them. They've been great to us in their main Discord server. They've been great to us on their subreddit. So we're just grateful that we have them as our leaders, if you call, if you want to call it that, because they make a great game. They have a great community. They have great leadership at the top. So we're just very fortunate to be connected to them.
Absolutely. And they also gave us some discount codes for the Sim team to be able to get the OOTP 21 when that came out. So that was really helpful for some of our members as well.
Right. Yeah, we're hoping raid hype on recruitment night. Kind of fitting. It's their biggest night. Hopefully, unfortunately, you have to be a follower for 10 minutes to comment. So if you didn't follow OTP developments before this raid, you're gonna have to wait 10 minutes. It's a rule they have. I actually like that. So you avoid spamming. So yeah, we get codes for all other versions of OTP, all the past ones. Yeah, great relationship we have. What is your favorite victory song? For me, tonight's gonna be "We Are the Champions" by Queen. "Shake It Off" is gonna be a great one for me tonight, Taylor Swift song. But shaking off 8 years of waiting since we were last in the World Series to finish the job. So yeah.
This is taking longer than it usually does here. We're at 33%. I think this is it does the upload like 5 times in a row. Like it does segments of the upload one after the other, and I think this is the last one here. So hopefully this should be done here in just like 2 minutes or so. Then we can straight to rating after that. But I will want to make
the United
sure
States
that
may not have a president right now. We're waiting, president-elect, but you do have a commissioner. Sorry, I didn't want to.
So, talking about the upcoming season, any big changes coming up for PBE that you might want to let us in on, knowing before?
Any scoops for the
Any
36
scoops?
viewers? Scooping. We're just working hard behind the scenes, addressing rulebook situations, working hard with the GMs, just trying to get inside their heads to see, what can we do to make even more competitive balance. We do know there is strong competitive balance. So shout out to Poe for just grinding away at the rule book, making all of our lives easier in HO, always laying it out for us in nice detail. So yeah, just look out for just inner workings with GMs trying to make things competitive and change wise. For me personally, I want to see Thursday night become the hybrid night for majors and minors, because at the end of the season, if we do keep because I don't mind the one sim day. I know people don't like the one sim day, so that's something we're probably going to address, spreading prime time throughout the week. It's going to be more difficult for PPT. It's going to be more difficult for you, LBG, because you make the sim schedule, and that means you have to pump that out, hand it to PPT, and pick the prime time schedule all in like in a very quick turnaround, because you got all the off-season changes for the file that you have to address. So Sim Team, thank them if you're friends with Sim Team, Enoch, LBG, Person Man, Danny B, Super TARDIS, SD Core, who's still in the server. Thank you, SD Core, file legend. So if I forgot you, sorry if I forgot you from Sim Team, but we are grateful for everyone on Sim Team for all the work you put in, making our file accurate. And so just looking forward to hopefully figuring out the prime time situation. The one sim day was kind of awkward because it is only one sim day, so your player only plays one game, and people like to stick around for box score, see how a series of games, 7, 8 games. So
Jefferson Jim, Staunchly, Stargazer65, all three of you, thank you for following. We just finished up the night. We had some great matches. This stream is about to be over, but you're welcome to go back and watch the VOD of tonight's games. And who we got here? Crash SF Giants. Thank you for following as well. So some late followers here to the stream as we're about to wind it down, but we are about to raid the OOTP developments as soon as our upload finishes here to our online index. If you are interested,
we getting raided?
No, we're going to raid them. That's a good question. We don't have.
They're shouting us out. They're shouting us out live on the Twitch stream on OTP Developments. Thank you to Awesome 1849 recruiting legend. Message the devs saying, "Hey, I know you guys are going live tonight because we are going live tonight as well." And now we're getting flooded with followers.
Vitavu, thank you for following.
Yeah, now we got to keep the stream going to get these followers coming in. Check out our website, Pro Baseball Experience. .jsync.net. Head over to the creative player section to learn how to make a player. We do use OTP. It is free to play. You get a player, you get a whole career, you get to make a backstory, and then you get picked up, you get drafted, you get traded, you get signed to teams. You literally play a full career. So a lot of hardworking people on our end. We'd love to have more people from the OTP community join us. Thank you, Person Man, for dropping the website. Wow, what a night. Our viewership shot up to like in the 50s.
And we just finished uploading to the sim. I'm going to go ahead and unzip the file here real quick and make sure that it is correct. That is good. We'll go ahead and pull up the PBE sim and make sure that gets updated here as well.
Thank you, Person Man, for dropping the Discord server. That's huge. Sim Team Head, always working hard. Appreciate you.
And we'll go ahead and pull up the Toro schedule here. This should be there we go. And so the sim index is updated, so we're going to go ahead and raid now the OOTP Developments channel. Thanks everybody for joining. I'm your host, Legally Blind Gamer, along with PBE Commissioner Person Man. We hope you have a great night. And
hey, Person Man's not Commissioner?
Hummus God, sorry. Was thinking about Person Man raiding us, but also Saturday night, Major League World Series, Death Valley Scorpions versus the New York Voyagers. I hope everybody tunes in and checks it out. And Tim2331, thank you for following.
Dan, they're just pouring in as we go raid, so we're going to go. Someone's going to clip that same Person Man's the Commissioner.
Oh, no.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to go raid OTP Developments. We're kind of sending people in each direction because they're sending people in our direction. Now we're sending people in their direction. So thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Power the power.
Nice.
And then right hand.
Still got the stream going. We're going to see if mention us with the raid.
134. 134 catcher defense. Amazing. PBE Sim. Speaking of which, the big boy raid. Thank you very much, guys. Again, check them out. I'll post the link in the chat one more time. Make sure you guys go check them out. Give them a follow. They're definitely worth it. So again, we're starting behind the plate. We've got. Why isn't that working? Do I not have the right link?
Shut down here. Nick
Wow,
Waddick, thank you for following.
With 700 viewers.
So there you go.
That's insane.
Gorgo,
JT
2005,
Real
thank you for
Muto
rating.
is our first community
For following.
voted team
Where are we still live? We're
of
not
the
live.
year card. Next up, let's go to first base. First base.